once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love once again. Welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott, and holy cows, man, I was just sitting here considering, what am I about to do? I think we're going to have some fun today. Brothers and sisters, to all of you already swinging through, my gratitude, my sincere appreciation. Happy Monday to us all. And if you're tuning in, you're catching us later, blessings and thank you to you as well. I'm excited for today. The real life fantasy of role playing and make believe. Ooh, baby. I'm going to talk about some real stuff today. And I have to laugh at the absurdity of what is so obvious. Brothers and sisters, thank you sincerely. And the reminder as we get started, you, all of you, including me, you are here for more than you dreamed. Because more than you dreamed is not only possible, it's available. It's just a matter of timing and a whole lot of things. But praise God, I'm feeling good today. Because we can have fun, hopefully, talking about some pretty serious topics. Because the reality is we're experiencing a real life with some absurd cartoon characters in power. And there's a lot of fun. There is a lot of fun in this thumbnail. I might have to post it up or something later, but the reality is these megalomaniacs that are all power hungry and greedy, the corruption, holy cows, man. We got to accept what's real. And what's real is the world is revealing the truth. We are sharing in experiencing a real life fantasy. You've got the freedom to pretend and make believe however you want. It's all up to you. The opportunity of each moment of each day, it's all up to you. And so this is the question I have, man. What would cause the masses to want to reward the corrupted? And what would cause the masses to want to be ruled by fools, king fools, right? Greedy fools. Why do the masses want that? I mean, it really does make no sense to me. But try to make sense of this reality, this real thing called life. Man, you try to make sense of the bigger picture, it'll humble you. At least that's what happened with me. Before I get into a couple of things, I'll share my thoughts earlier today, and it was really true. My prayers to God. I don't know exactly what that means, but I know that God's intelligence and grace, it's with me. And I recognized and I received, by your grace, I live. By your grace, I live as I live. The creator of life and the giver of answers, the one that creates opportunities and results for you and me to discover, to explore different ideas, different directions, different traditions, different customs. We can also, in our lives, end up playing many different roles, and we do. We have these roles in life where others look to us to play this role. As an employee, as a boss, as a husband, a wife, a father, a mother, right? People look to us to play those roles. Well, if you don't wake up and really look at who you are, you'll start believing that you are these roles, these identities. And if you think you're limited by your role, by your identity, by whatever label, whatever definition, if you think you're limited by that, well, then that's the reality you're going to make for yourself. What you believe, you make true for you until you allow your mind to be convinced otherwise. It's just how the mind works. It's a glorious gift. The God of ours is so friggin' smart. And I was thinking, I'll say this humbly, but I did say it earlier. I was sitting there contemplating life and trying to consider life from an all-knowing, greatest perspective of compassion and love. I started laughing. I started laughing at the absurdity of this world, man. As it says in the graphic, this isn't normal. In that little sign, I don't know if you see it behind the lady's head. This isn't normal. And so I was laughing at the absurdity of our world of today, trying to be with the mind of God. And pretty sure God's got an amazing sense of humor. I really do. I mean, that's why the message from Jesus it was all about forgiveness. Repent from turning away from God. Walk with ease with the Holy Spirit of love leading you. And the only way to know that the Holy Spirit of love is with you, well, there's many ways to know, but the thought that came to my mind was to slow down, okay? Slow yourself down. The ego within us, the identity that carries the burdens, carries the worries, the identity and memory of us that carries the scores, right? Gotta keep track of everything. That part of us can take over and it can create these absurd limitations. Oh, you know what? Golly geez, let me not be disrespectful. I haven't dropped the link yet. Kenny Given with the contribution and generosity. I didn't check. What is this link? Beautiful. Check the link. The Kenny Given Show exposed Jack Talcott trying to control the narrative and censor Kenny Given. Well, that doesn't sound like a very fair man, now does it? And if Jack Talcott was doing that, well, golly geez, the Kenny Given Show is exposing it. And, a mutual exchange. He'll share his support with me as he exposes me, and I promote that. Holy cows, man. Praise God. Same as yesterday. I missed. It is the same. It is the same. Thank you. Yeah, El Diablo, I chose to censor you. I don't have to do anything. That's the thing. I choose to do what I do, and I don't know how to get through to you or you, crew. I am hid one of your accounts, so look at the new video I put out. Even a guy in cat suit doing more than these gurus. Yeah, I'm not going to pull it up and share the link, but yeah, I saw that. I saw that snafu. What snafu is referring to is a guy dressed as a cat walked across Australia, if I remember right. He received a lot of attention and whatever. Yeah, dirty low life. Thank you. I love how kicking someone off your own show has become censorship. See, this is the thing, the realization I found. These artificial identities of us, these bruised and fractured egos, man, they get so sensitive, so reactive. I know love. I do know love. And I wish, yeah, a new co-host. There's actually, I'm reaching out. There's going to be a breakthrough for Jack Talcott. Those who bet against me be damned. There will be a breakthrough soon. Let me get to some of these points, right? Because it is what I've humbled and realized for myself is by some power that's and intelligence that's far greater than me, that's allowed me to become me and is always with me. I give that concept, power, that force, I give it the name God, right? So by God's grace, I live as me, no others. And it feels good to be me. And I want you to feel good to be you. Even in the tough times, in the uncertain times, even in the heartbreaking times, even in the confusing times, you can feel good about being you if you give yourself permission to. I mean, because the reality is what this life experience is in time, in the human form, with the awareness and consciousness of information and feelings, the sensations. What this experience is in between birth and death, it's a real life fantasy. You can create the life of your dreams if you give yourself permission and commitment to create that life of your dreams. And some people are born, they're given a head start. They're given, a loving upbringing or a motivating upbringing. Maybe it was tough, maybe it was hard, but it was motivating you to become tougher, more independent. We're here in this real life fantasy, and we can make believe that we're powerful or we're weak. We can make believe that we're abundant or lacking. We can make ourselves believe anything by the grace of God and the power of love. What do you love? See, what you love, you will want. So what are you wanting? Look at what you're finding. If you're finding a lot of problems, then for some reason you might want some problems. I had that experience for quite a while. And what I had to realize is what I was looking to do is give my life a challenge. It's always a challenge when you find more problems. And if you create more problems, you make your life more challenging. So why not go for it, right? We got a lot of people in this world around us. They're making their lives pretty tough, right? Because of the mindset they found. And it's not entirely their fault, right? The addicted and the poverty, it's in great part due to a conditioning, a collective mindset. You and me and all others like us are here to experience this life in a multitude of ways, with all the emotions and all the experiences that life will bring. We're a part of a greater story. The stories in the Bible are stories, whether real or not, right? The narrative of you is a story you tell you. Just because you believe you doesn't mean the world has to. Got that out for myself too. You don't have to believe me. I am asking you to trust me, though, that I'm not trying to mislead you, that I'm not trying to deceive you. I got no ulterior motives for trying to get you to feel better about your life, okay? I just want a better world. Oh, I desperately, desperately want a better world. But I know that desperation is a result of my delusional thinking. I don't need to be desperate. I have everything I need, and I know that because by God's grace, I live as me. I want you to feel that living as you is filled with grace, right? Because grace, it brings forth all sorts of goodness, and in the goodness there's all these greater potentials, and in those greater potentials, that's where life is really grown, right? And I want you to be brave. Don't be afraid of any fears, but be wise with your choices and let go of old beliefs. Please. If they're holding you back, it's up to you. This is a real life fantasy. You can believe whatever you want. I encourage you to trust in what is true. And part of this question in the greater world and my concept, here's another version of this too. Another version. We are experiencing a real life with cartoon characters in power, right? We got Trump and Tesla and SpaceX and King Trump and Netanyahu and Hegseth and Gates and Meta, Google, YouTube, Pfizer. We got 24/7 propaganda. We got global control, war, inflation, fear, divide and conquer. We got all the good stuff. And the puppet strings are there. So it brings up a question. Should people be able to maintain a claim to what they achieved through dishonesty? Okay, should people be rewarded for dishonesty? Should people be rewarded for outsmarting others, taking advantage of ignorance and not knowing? Should that be a wise practice for a healthy society? I think not, my brothers and sisters. Andy with the generous ultimatum. Thank you very much for the contribution, my brother. Bring King Stephen back as co-host, or I'm burning it all the F down. One moment at a time. Your generosity and message has been received. But one thing about old Jack Talcott, you think you're gonna control me? Shit ain't gonna work. Speaking of snafu and you other jokers who want to oppose me, man, you don't understand. You will not beat me. Doesn't happen. And that applies to Drew, Paul. The bitterness in you has been the problem between us. And Stephen, God bless you and your delusions too. There's something to be said about, see, this is where you're actually going too far, right? Because you're not accurate. If you were smarter, Stephen, you'd find more ways that I might want you around. Okay, so far, threats and stuff, you know, I get real defiant when people try and control me. That's been a problem my whole life, right? You don't boss me around to win my favor, okay? I'm a man who can understand reason, and I consider myself to be reasonable. Back to my question. I don't believe that people who have achieved gains through dishonesty, I don't think they have a right and a claim to those gains. And maybe I'll drop the link actually, because these are discussions that might be better off with, you know, group opinions. I'm willing to discuss what I'm saying for sure. And brothers and sisters, Imperious, I love you too, man. I love all of you guys. I really do. You guys crack me up. And holy cows, the crew is joining quickly. I want to start where I think is probably my best approach. Um, Welcome back, Kenny Given. How are you today, my brother?
I'm good, Jack. You will never control me. You will never dictate the parameters of debate with me. Okay? I'm a fair man. I let other people speak. I let other people say their piece. I just expect the same in return. That's all. It's not a big ass, Jack.
I, like you, I don't do well when people try to dictate the way I operate as me.
And I don't like the way people try and dictate the way I operate as me either.
Yeah,
I know it's
so
your show. I know you have a right to censor me. But just because you can censor me doesn't mean you really should.
I realize that. I
Yeah.
do realize that. There are
I
times
mean,
where.
to bring it to sure, go.
No, please go ahead.
I was just say to bring it in perspective. I never called anyone any names. I never said any derogatory things like what Imperius did. One of the first words he said was a homosexual slur. He mentioned the word faggot on your show. Now that's putting your YouTube channel at risk, and you never kicked him off after that. I never said any words that would risk your YouTube channel getting a strike. I just wanted to finish my point I was making with Zilzone first before I allowed Trexty to get in and change the subject. I was happy to go back to that subject. That's all I wanted. That was pretty fair, actually. I just wanted to land to my point, and then I was happy to let Trexty make her point and respond to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like you too, Jack. I think you're a decent guy underneath, and your heart's in the right place. Even
Hey,
though we disagree on a
actually,
lot of things, you know? Yeah.
you know what? I do apologize. Imperious, you really need to check yourself. Okay? Seriously. You're doing a poor job of. You can do better. Okay? And I trust that's why you're here. That's what I want to know and believe.
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
so looking forward to people's contributions tonight.
yeah.
I understand you don't like Donald Trump, and last night I wasn't trying to get you to change your mind and see things the way I see them. I just wanted to land my point. That was all.
Yeah. What did you think of my thumbnail today
It's funny. Yeah.
with King Trump and
So, are you anti-vax, Jack?
I am anti coercion and yeah, I'm anti extortion and coercion. And there
Okay.
wasn't education from the authorities during that time. It was mandates and instructions, and that's a bunch of tyranny.
Right.
So
This is my Pfizer vaccine jabs. 3 of them.
God bless you.
I never got them because I felt like I had to. I got them because I went in to do a drug trial for the flu vaccine. So I spent 13 nights in a residential facility. and they gave me the flu up my nose and the
Oh
vaccine up
wow,
my nose.
wow, dude.
And they paid me £3,500 for that. And that was just after the lockdown. And one of the conditions to do that is that you had to have been vaccinated. Yeah. And then when I came out, I went to Paris and had a great time. And you also were not allowed to travel at the time unless you had been vaccinated. So that was two reasons why I got the vaccine. Yeah.
I understand that. Did you have any complications, or did you ever get the COVID?
No, I never. I may
Good.
have gotten the COVID without knowing because most people who got COVID-19 were asymptomatic.
I think we lost him there. Um, well, he is welcome to return, and I didn't mean to keep the other guests waiting, but Stephen, welcome back. How are you today?
Hello. Hello, Jack. I'm doing very well. I think Imperius was playing with you. I agree with Snafu.
Sorry,
Snafu
Jack,
was
I
saying,
accidentally logged myself out the studio there.
oh, hey, Kenny.
Hi, Raven King.
How are you? Are you
Yeah,
holding up
I was just saying,
after
I
the
was just quickly saying to
jabs?
Jack, I think I may have got COVID-19 without knowing because most people who got it never experienced any symptoms. So
Maybe you did. We heard that part, but did you have any symptoms from the vaccines? Did you have any side effects or any heart palpitations or seizures or anything like that?
no,
Good.
Uncontrollable urination?
I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear
nothing
that.
out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
Interesting.
the thing is, we've got these people playing these positions of power, and
Oh,
they've been rewarded for their dishonesty. The dishonest people are looking out for each other. We've got criminals enabling criminals, not just in American government, all throughout. I mean, the Epstein files, if they were properly released and, actually properly investigated and disclosed, we would see the evil and corruption. But
I think they
people,
released them, Jack, but I don't think they'll arrest anyone. I don't think they'll
well,
prosecute. That's the problem. Go
this
ahead.
is where, sorry to interrupt, and I get what you're saying because that's what the past has shown. What
Uh
I'm
huh.
seeing is the corrupted have become emboldened because they've gotten away with things for so long. They've laid the foundation, they've done the groundwork. So, yeah,
Yeah.
they're going the way
Well,
they're going.
they're eating babies. They're
Well,
eating babies, and it's in the Epstein files. Cannibalism,
and it's in
all
the
kinds of
Bible.
abuse.
It's in the Bible too.
Yeah,
It's
I think even Jesus ate babies in the
stop,
Bible.
stop, untrue,
You
It's
don't think
untrue.
that's
interesting that there's been 3 assassination attempts on Donald Trump. If he was to fully release the Epstein files, that number would increase and they would probably be successful next time.
really?
Well,
You,
here's my thing. I'm
It
actually
wouldn't surprise
seeing.
me.
Well, let's consider the past, right? I saw a great clip pointed out earlier. Here in America, I remember getting taught a lot more about Martin Luther King Jr. more than Malcolm X. And the excuse I remember hearing when I was younger was because of more of the militant energy of Malcolm X. But there was also a greater distinction that uh, clearly, publicly, Martin Luther King Jr. spoke up about the state of Israel, spoke in support of it, while Malcolm X clearly, even back then, spoke in support of the Palestinian people. So
oh,
then you
oh, I
go
didn't know
on
that.
and you see the connection of Maxwell, Ghislaine Maxwell's father, being part of the production of the American textbooks, right? So there's an Israeli connection with Mossad into the production of the American textbooks, teaching one side of history, kind of whitewashing another.
Well, Malcolm was for a while part of the Nation of Islam, I think. So he wasn't exactly for the Jews, the tiny hats. The Israelis is what I mean. He saw the connection between them and the money going with the U.S. government. Their control system is what I mean. I think he saw part of what was going on before the end of his life. He was starting to put some of those pieces together.
They saw a lot of. They were
Ask your opinion on this, Jack.
Please, Kenny, go ahead.
So Donald Trump just posted on his Truth Social. Big win just moments ago at the Supreme Court in the Slaughter case, confirming presidential power in our country to remove executive branch officers and agency appointees or representatives under Article 2. This decision was long sought by United States presidents, dating all the way back to the 1930s. It is such an honor to be the sitting president who won this historic and unprecedented ruling, one of the most important ever given with respect to presidential powers. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. So I didn't really know the ins and outs of what he's talking about there, but
Kenny,
he seems pretty happy with it.
Kenny, did you see Donald Trump kiss the Wailing Wall in Israel a couple years ago? He went to Israel and he prayed. He touched the wall and they told him to go up and kiss it. These Jewish handlers, and he went and kissed. What?
Good on him, I say.
What's that?
It's a book called Israelophobia, the newest version of the oldest hatred in the world and what to do about it. I haven't started reading it yet.
I just think
thoroughly going to enjoy it.
I don't hate them. I think that they have a lot of control in this world, and Jack knows that they buy off senators and congressmen in the United States. There's a lot of control with Israel, undue influence over America, and it's not their country. They shouldn't be getting their nose in there.
Welcome back, Imperius. Please.
He's an apostle of Talcott.
Be more polite today, please.
Jack, would you ever learn Hebrew like Andy? Andy is studying Hebrew.
No,
Peace and Jack. Peace and Jack. How we doing today? Peace and Jack. Everyone on the panel, including Kenny. Peace and Jack. Yeah, you too. You too. Peace and Jack. Peace and Jack to you as well, sir. Peace and Jack to you as well.
I'm sorry, Jack. I was trying to say hello in Hebrew to Imperius.
Oh, well, L'chaim. How are you?
Yeah. Hello. Hello.
Jack, can I talk to Kenny really quick? I just want to talk to Kenny, like not even an argument or debate. I just want to discuss. Do you think we can have just a nice discussion, Kenny? Like, I really want to, because I've said this, I find it fascinating, like how people come up with their moral paradigms. So I really want to know, like, how you came up, like where you learned that like death was wrong or murder. I need to know like your paradigm, who taught this to you, how it was achieved, and how you determine like what is right and wrong and what is bad and good. Because I can't seem to, because like, for example, you're okay. Sorry, go ahead.
Please. See if he's willing. Kenny, are you willing to answer?
Yeah. Has he finished his question?
I think so.
Okay, so right and wrong was taught to me by my parents, then the school, then society, broader society at large, including Christianity, because when I was at primary school, we got taken to St. John's Church in Edinburgh, which was a Protestant church. And then also, I think morality is something that's innate in our nature. And I think it's me being an agnostic. I'm of the belief that it's an evolutionary survival mechanism. So in order to stand a better chance of survival back in the days of the hunter-gatherer societies, you would have to have conducted yourself in a moral way, or risk being outcast by the tribe, and therefore more likely to perish.
Can I respond now, or are you done? I don't want to interrupt you, so go ahead.
No,
I'm just trying. Okay. I understand, but that's kind of opposite of what happened, because human beings, for most of our history, there was no like moral imperative other than, like you said, direct survival. And if that mean killing, raping, it didn't matter. And so this is what I'm trying to say is, like, when you come on and you're like, I appreciate your passion on saving lives and being positive. I really do. But we've got to realize that, like, just as you sit there and you're saying, oh, the lots of the Jewish people have passed away and had things done to them, it's the same paradigm for what other people believe about the Palestinians. They were taught, like, these people, like the people that support the Palestinians, they believe that people dying and those people dying is wrong. And this, so when you're very like passionate and you're going after Jack about, you're coming from the same place, just two sides to the same coin. And this is what I'm trying to gradually get you to understand, is that, like, ontology and epistemology is a defined and created paradigm. So as you may believe that, what is happening in Gaza and Trump is good and all that kind of stuff, there are paradigms out there, legitimate ones, to where people believe the complete opposite. It doesn't make them bad or immoral or horrible. It doesn't make them less human. And this is where discussion and logical deduction takes its time. Because when you speak to other people and you actually delve into the depths of people's ideas and where they get their beliefs from, you start to understand one another, and you start to understand how people develop their paradigm. And that's what I was trying to get with.
Let Kenny, please, if you don't mind, let Kenny reply.
Okay, so I would first have to ask Imperius if he thinks that Hamas care about the Palestinians.
Whether they care, this is what I'm trying to say. Any life is the same. One life doesn't mean more than the other. Whatever the Hamas people believe is no more than... No, whatever the Hamas people believe is irrelevant. It's about your paradigm I'm talking about. If your paradigm is saying that one people's lives are worth more than another, that's something that you have to explain.
Yeah. No, that's a mischaracterization. I never said that.
Okay.
One people's lives worth more than the other, based on identity or where they're born.
But it's about
I believe life is, some people's lives are worth more than others, based on a moral hierarchy of their behavior and conduct. Like,
but that's
for
the
example,
exact opposite of what we as Christians believe. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, Jack is
I'm not a Christian.
He believes, I know, but that's what I'm trying to say. As your paradigm is agnostic to where you have come to the determination that what you believe is right, we have come from the idea that Christ is right. And that all lives are the same. Gentile or Jew, servant or free, woman or man, no more.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm trying to tell you, Kenny.
Yeah, you're listing identities there. I was talking about moral fiber, behavior. I don't believe a terrorist's life is equal to that of someone who respects life.
Jesus was called a terrorist. Kenny, Jesus was called a terrorist by the Roman Empire. He was legally called.
Was he really a terrorist though?
But how? But that's what I'm trying to. That's what. Kenny, that's where I'm trying to come. You're saying that in your opinion, he wasn't. Well, in my opinion, or someone else's, he may have been or not have been. And that's what I'm trying to get. You have to, before you can expound this whole, like, the Jews are right for doing this in Gaza and there's this, you have to explain again your fundamental understanding of why they can do things, why this person's death means more or less than that person's, why the people on October 11th or whatever are worth more than the Gazans that got bombed. You have to, this is what I'm trying to say. This is deep philosophical exercises, Kenny. That's what I'm trying to say.
Here, there may be a simple approach too. I was considering about abuse and violence against innocence.
1 second.
Okay. Where I was going with that, I believe violence against innocence, that's an abuse. And
But again,
we've
then
got,
then there's people that say, "What's an innocent?" You get what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying, Jack. This is all about epistemological framework.
Imperius, what state in the USA are you from?
I'm from Southern California. I live in Florida.
No, but take your t-shirt off. This is my Airbnb guest from California. Let me show you his tattoo. Imperius, he's from Southern California.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
let
I've
me
seen all
just-
kinds of tattoos. I've seen NLR
It's your
tattoos.
brother. Imperius, this is your brother here. Check his tattoo.
Yeah, is he part of the
So the
NLR
bear.
or what?
Oh, hold on.
You need to step to the side.
This way.
The bear. Yeah?
Okay. Like
That's a California bear, right?
no,
And you got the
that's not
California Star.
No,
He's a
that's not-
secessionist. He wants California to be independent.
Then you're a
And
traitor.
guess what?
Then you're a traitor.
You're a
We
traitor.
killed-
It says you're a traitor.
What did we do to the Confederates?
He's funny. Hey, you got some
What
funny
did we
friends.
do to the Confederates, dude?
Well,
What did we
me
do to
and
the
Imperius are
Confederates?
no friends.
No, but what did we do to the Confederates?
What did
What did
you
we
do
do?
to the Confederates?
Wait,
We wiped them out.
Didn't they lose the war? Like
Yeah,
super
exactly.
quick?
No, we wiped them out.
Okay,
it's-
so did California wipe out the Confederates?
No, California was part of the North, bro.
can we please stop?
Okay, so you're happy with him then? And guess
No,
what? He knows I'm a Donald Trump supporter. And guess what
why would I
else?
want anyone to secede?
Guess
I'm
what else?
really-
He's a member of Antifa.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait.
Jack doesn't look very happy there.
No, he didn't. He didn't like.
No.
a shirtless
Please
guy.
respect the room. Please respect
What's up,
my-
Jack? What's up?
We got way off track again. And we're missing out.
Is this? I'm listening.
Well, if
Jack,
we can
I'm just
agree-
trying to get the answer of how he defines right and wrong,
I
other
heard
than
that.
his opinion on what is right. That's
Right.
all I'm trying to figure out. I mean, if it comes down to what he feels is right or wrong, that devolves back into force. If I'm bigger, stronger, and faster, I can force you to believe what I want you to believe. And that's my point.
Interesting point. Right.
every
I'm
And so
concerned
that's,
about
that's
Jack.
wrong.
He's not
That's
happy
wrong,
about something.
Kenny, and that's wrong.
And
That's
Peters,
what-
hold on.
Kenny, let's
get
wrong. Kenny, that's
and
wrong.
Peters,
That's what
let's
I'm trying to tell
let
you.
Jack get something off his chest first. He's not happy about something. Jack,
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm listening.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
I'd really like to bring our minds back to the idea that if we can unite together, we can find ways
You're welcome
to
to
overcome
sit
the
if you want, or you
corruption.
can just do your own thing. It's
in
entirely
this
up to you, mate,
world.
but thank you. All right.
We don't have to keep pretending that these people have an authority, have an ownership over things when they don't accept accountability. Right? We live in this make-believe world where everyone's playing along with this monopoly enterprise where the banks issue the tools that everyone relies on, right? The accounting software. It's fucking insane. But there's a difference between ownership and accountability. And I suggest these cartoon characters, they're not being accountable. And if we get into kind of some of the Christian beliefs, if you think about what's real, the day of judgment is when people will be held accountable. Why are we not seeking for that to happen? Let's do it. Let's be the vessels of accountability, bringing forth justice for those who have been oppressed. I certainly want to, I want to try and find a way, create a chance. All we got to agree is that it's time for things to change. That's all I've been trying to get.
Sorry,
people to
Jack,
say.
you never told me what it is that you're not happy about. when I brought Robert on there.
The conversations just took off to California and bears and
Jack, I've never seen a Airbnb guest strip. I didn't know about that.
You're
Jack.
unhappy because you lost control of the narrative.
Why is it always Jack's fault?
Is that
welcome,
true,
Dirty.
Jack? You lost happy because you lost control of the narrative and you want to control the narrative, right? We cannot veer too far away from your suitable parameters of debate.
I want to
Anyway,
come on
you're
and talk
ken-
about my favourite Barbie and Ken dolls and all my other plastic toys.
Dude,
There has to be some
Kenny,
form of relevance, right? Surely.
yeah,
to what
Kenny,
Your
Jack
pencil,
showed
Jack's
your
about.
not
pencil
debating.
neck, your
Jack's
pencil
not
neck
debating.
minion
Now
mangina
he's
Puck
insulting
has
people,
arrived.
Jack. He only knows how to
Wow.
communicate through conflict, Jack. He
Imperious,
only knows how to
please,
communicate through conflict.
please.
So what happens with that abuse then, Kenny? If people are making homophobic slurs against you, what have you just done to me? And does that have any relevance?
It's a beautiful question.
That's beautiful, Jack. Fucking beautiful.
You're
Imperious, I
being
have a problem with you, brother, because you've made personhood over dogma rather upset, and she doesn't really want to come back because of your jokes. So,
Yeah, Kenny, you're
as a
fucked.
brother, Imperious,
Fuck
I'd ask you to stop
Imperious.
making abusive statements guised in humor, because it's just
Who are
not
we talking
useful to
about now?
conversation. You,
You.
brother.
Wait, who are we talking about? Who are we
You.
talking about?
You.
You.
You
Who
and
knows?
who?
No.
What did I
Imperious.
do? What did I do, though? I didn't even hear what I did.
The comments, the sexual comments, the
Oh, look, I can't help that Mariah has disgusting fantasies. That's not my
Imperious.
fault, Jack.
It's your behavior that we're trying to address. And
You're
What are we
you know
sexually
what?
harassing
I
women. Yeah,
appreciate
you're
that.
sexually. Let me get on it, Jack. You're sexually harassing women, right? You're
Well,
making
again, how can you
homophobic
sexually
slurs.
harass
You
somebody
told
that's
a
not you're
black
not
man
there?
the N-word, and then you have the cheek to come on here and lecture me about morality. Get him off,
Yeah,
Jack.
because you
Ban
care
that
about mean
motherfucker.
words more than death. You care about mean words more than death, bro. Yeah, that's why.
Imperious, please.
Well, he's lecturing me on mean words when he supports death and genocide.
Imperious, Dirty Lowlife, and I tried the polite way. Kenny went the other way, okay? But it's still the same thing. Please be more respectful. I mean,
I am respectful, Jack. I'm a respectful
you're not
individual.
showing it. That's the thing. I know that you are, and you certainly can be, and you're having fun. And I'm all about people having fun, but if others are
Jack,
finding
all I'm
offense,
saying is,
you've got
Jack,
to
my
address it.
personal experience with women is you don't listen to what women say, you watch what they do. Okay, Jack? Like they may say
That
all
applies
kinds,
with you as well.
but that's what I'm saying, Jack. I love people. Just because I say
Yeah.
mean things doesn't mean it's all bad, Jack. You know, I mean, Kenny's sitting here talking about the N-word. Kenny, are you going to lecture black people for using the N-word? Of course not. That's what I'm saying. You don't have a moral paradigm.
It's different context when they use it.
Oh, it's different if they do it, right? So why is it different? So what can I say
course.
since I'm white? What can I
Imperious.
They
say
do
since
it.
I'm white? No, I want him to tell me if it's different by color. What can I say
They
since
do
I'm
it
white?
to own it. They do it to own it, to disarm white racists like you.
So they call each other the N-word and they shoot each other while saying it, but that's disarming it. Really?
So what?
I'm showing
Recognize.
Kenny or Jack, what I'm showing is that his morals is just how he immediately feels in a second. That's what I'm showing you. His dopamine rush, his morals.
But here, your disregard for what others are saying, right? Your insensitivity to the words. That's a result of the society, which was kind of what Kenny was saying, where he found his foundation. He was honest when you asked him where he found his. I heard an honest attempt to answer you when you asked him about where he found the foundation.
Jack, the answer was, if it makes him individually feel good, it's good. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Well, if something makes me feel good, then Jack, I can do it, right?
That's not entirely what I heard him say.
That is, he whatever he was taught and therefore emotionally reacts to is good.
Okay, but you're doing the same thing.
No, I'm not. My morals is not what I prefer, Jack.
He
tells me my morals. I don't care about my morals or my preference individually, Jack. That's the difference. I don't
Are
care
you
what
sure?
I personally want. Yes, Jack. I
Well,
don't care
then
about what I
why do
personally
you-
want.
It sounds like you
Then
care a
why
lot,
do you-
brother.
Yeah, you speak about it a lot. What you
No.
care
What
about
do,
and
what
what
do I?
you
No,
want.
Jack. What I care about is what Rome cares about. Everything that
Oh.
everything that I talk about on here is a dicta from Rome. It's not me, Jack. I stand on the shoulders of the greatest minds in human history. So no, Jack, that's the difference.
Jack, let me ask
think you
Pencil
fell
Nick.
off, mate.
Let me ask the Pencil Nick a question.
Shoot,
Because I see
brother.
he's getting triggered by that in the comments. Dirty Lowlife, are you really offended by that word pencil neck?
No.
In the same scale as what a homosexual would be offended as being called a faggot?
No.
You
Just
really
use-
think it's the
saying it,
same?
Jack. Look at now he's
No,
saying
Because to
it.
me,
Jack.
it's just banter. If it does
Yeah,
offend you,
no, I know you're bantering, mate, and
Stop.
I wrote it in the chat to tease you back, and it's all good, man. I'm not hurt. Promise.
okay. If it does hurt your feelings and it annoys you too much, just tell me to
I'll
stop.
let you
Because
know,
I do
yeah.
appreciate sometimes my banter, Scottish working class, rough
Sure,
and
sure.
ready, can sometimes go a bit like a runaway trainer. I didn't understand. Sometimes I didn't know when I'm really upsetting someone, and I
hear you,
really
brother.
didn't want to do that.
Well, Jack right
Well,
now
thank
doesn't
you.
know what
I
you're
appreciate
saying.
that.
So why don't you let Jack explain
Okay.
something?
Yeah, Jack, I think you should draw your sword and wield it, brother. If you need to cut somebody from the show, fucking cut them. It's your show. They can call it censorship.
You
They can
know,
call it being
The
silenced.
thing,
They can call it what
is,
they like.
Imperious. The thing is,
That is
Imperious, you're
true.
also shielding yourself. You never
That is
show your real
very
face
true.
or use
Kenny.
your real name.
Danny, disengage, please. Please. You two trigger each other, and you
I'm not triggered at all,
enable-
Jack. I enjoy the conversation.
Why did you interrupt?
I'm here for free speech, mate. If you want to get in and say something, then go ahead.
I try. I do try.
I'm surprised how much I received just for liking you, Jack. Liking you is dangerous for the personality. I'm glad my
It is.
personality has become very flexible recently. It's helped me not break over it, which is good.
Well, Jack, you know that since you kicked someone off, someone worse is going to come now. That's how the internet. It's probably going to be snafu next, Jack. I'm just warning you.
Oh, I've had Snafu and Steven in the back for a while.
See, I knew he was here.
Guys, this is the thing. These personalities are not just problems for me. And actually, I don't want to identify anyone as a problem either, because we're all figuring ourselves out together. But if we're not listening to each other, holy crap, it turns to such chaos. And Dirty Lowlife, you said something. There's something about me, okay? My path, the way I am. I test people's egos. I piss them off. I disappoint them. I trigger them. And it makes sense because I've been through that a lot myself too. So why not? I guess God lets it all be shared. We've got many people. They're good people, but they've got these egos where they drove.
I'm sorry, I've just got to jump in and
Please.
speak about the private chat. Snafu is saying, Dirty Lowlife admitted he's cool with pedophiles and predators versus the truth.
Don't
I
listen
love
to
you, Snafu.
That's his favorite
You're
line,
hilarious,
is calling
brother.
everyone a PDF. Don't worry about
Yeah.
it. He calls everyone a
I
PDF.
just feel like I'm at home now because I've finally joined the club.
Exactly. If you haven't been called that by Snafu, you haven't gotten to the internet yet. So welcome home. You know? I mean, poor Jack takes this abuse like he's Christ. I mean, he gets nailed to the cross every day by these people. I mean, Jack, look at this shit. I mean, I don't know how you do it, Jack. You have the patience of a saint. Saint Talcott.
Oh, what a Jack! I liked at the beginning of your monologue when you said you were laughing before the show, and you laughed at this reality, you laughed at the world, and I actually agree with that. That's one thing we do agree on. I think it's funny, and it is a joke. It's laughable.
Mm-hmm. People get so attached, so worked up over the stupidest shit. I mean, we've got a real life genocide happening in the world at this time. I guess we're the ones who are sitting back doing nothing.
We got multiple, Jack. We got
Right.
Ukraine.
Yeah, more than one.
We've got Gaza. We've got freaking. There's another one that's breaking out. I forgot too. In Africa right now, there's something breaking off, Jack. I mean, there's death going on all over, and we're talking about mean words and stuff, Jack. We got to worry
Where
about the
in Africa?
priorities.
Sorry, but where in Africa? What
I
did
was
you
hearing
hear?
something. I was reading something about on the U.S. State Department's travel website that there's something looks like is going on in Africa right now. They're warning travel advisories. So
Kenny, welcome back.
No surrender.
No surrender.
What?
I will never be controlled.
Jack,
I will never conform.
Jack, didn't Australia already surrender to
Wait.
China?
Wait,
I'm
I'm interested in discussing this genocide. Where is that?
What, the
Gaza.
African, the Gaza, the Ukraine
darkies.
genocide?
Yeah,
Ukraine
there's-
genocide.
That's not a
Dude,
genocide.
Dan.
That's a war, and it's a war that Israel are winning.
Kenny,
It's not a genocide.
Kenny. You may not want to be controlled, but you can learn, you can choose to abide, right? You don't have to bully, try to be the bully. You ain't gonna be the top dog here.
Who did I try and bully?
Oh, well, if you want to dominate and tell me how things are gonna be here, well,
No, I'm not doing that.
okay.
All I'm saying is I'm not going to be dominated.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, I don't
Jack.
think he was doing
Do
that.
you understand the indomitable spirit of me?
I love
I don't
you.
want Jack to dominate
Right.
me.
Actually, right. I don't
I'm a
want to.
force of nature.
And I
Infant
want-
Pomania will run wild on you, brother.
I want to help you learn how to cooperate with me if you're willing. And I'd like to learn how to cooperate with you, because if we can align our powers, brother, we're here for a purpose greater than just today. Today's just the start. I mean, here, I'll remind, a little reminder in the background, all of us here for more than we dreamed. Dream big.
I think you guys could get along. I do.
So, Jack, what you said to me, disengage, Kenny. That's like it's a kind of polite way of saying shut up. What I would rather you say is, Kenny, if I may, can I just get in here, or if you can, you and Imperius just, calm down a little bit. But when you that was a command rather than a request, and that just makes me feel like
He
I'm being
commands you.
infantilized and spoken down to in the same way as like my parents and my
Kenny,
teachers. I'm a grown
he
adult
will
now, so I
command you
feel
like you're
insulted by
king.
that.
Well, can you
No,
understand?
you're not. He treats you like a child.
No, please. We can treat each other with respect, but you realize that when there's a boat, right, there's a captain, there's one who's in charge. When there's an organization or a function or a meeting, if it's going to be, orderly, there will be someone who leads. And I choose to lead on the Jack Talcott channel.
I choose
Can't
for
we all
Jack
just
to
get
lead.
along?
Absolutely. But you can do it in a way that's fair and just. And when me and Imperius are
Jack
trying to
determines what's fair and
to
just.
grips.
All right, Jack determines what's fair and just. Jack determines what's fair and just.
Actually, the facts.
Can I just? I don't think you should be just telling people to shut up. Basically, you should let people have their say.
I agree.
You can,
I agree, Kenny.
For
I
how
agree.
long, and especially
and
if
just
it's
kicking them
unrelated.
backstage. You do that too often.
Okay, but Kenny,
It's weak, Jack.
Kenny.
It's weak.
I know in your opinion, yes, maybe in these circumstances that you're looking at, it might appear weak, but let me ask you a question. If you're trying to lead the conversations in a direction and you've got a guest who doesn't want to go in that direction, they want to take the conversation a total different direction that has no relevance, how long do you sit there and allow them to go on in a different direction?
I believe you allowed Imperius and I to have a conversation because Imperius wanted to ask me questions, so I was answering them. And then you just tell me to disengage. So you need to make your mind up.
But you didn't answer my question just there. How long should one if I find it maybe getting off track, how long would you suggest I, as the host,
A year.
allow
Maybe a
myself?
To be honest, I wasn't aware that I tried to take the conversation off track. Did me and Imperius start talking about golfing or snooker? No.
Snooker. He's got a sense of humor. You got to give that to him. I like this Kenny character.
Jimmy White,
I do too.
57.
Can we please welcome Chickpea back as well?
Oh, hey, Chickpea. Hello.
I tell you, Jack, Imperius is an absolute sweetie pie compared to what I have to put up with on YouTube. Have you ever heard the way I get laid into? I've never, ever had so much aggression channeled at me, apart from what I've had on YouTube, from members of the vegan community. But you wouldn't mind, I've been a vegan since I was a little girl of 7 years old, and I get lambasted for feeding my cats on fish. Have you heard what I put up with? You have to hear it to believe it.
Fish?
What?
Jack, you don't eat fish, do you?
I'm talking about the cats eating fish.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about humans eating fish. I'm talking about
I
cats
know,
eating fish.
Chickpea.
Thank you. No, but I get lambasted, really, really lambasted. It's awful.
But let's not play the victim. Let's kind of bring things on track with the show. Jack, could we bring up Snafu
can I
on
just
the
say,
show?
can I was talking to Jack. Anyway, can I just say Imperius as being a sweetie pie compared to what a certain vegan I know, or two certain vegans I know, bring onto YouTube. You have to hear it to believe it.
I don't think he's a sweetie pie, though. Let's not go too far and exaggerate.
Well,
Imperius.
Imperius sounds right to me.
Thank you. Yeah, I like that. You're safe here. No worries.
No noodles coming. So why I could deal with noodles, silly little man.
Well,
I tell you, no, I've got this fantasy because Noodles wants to eradicate all carnivore life. He wants to get rid of the lions, and I love lions beyond anything, and nothing in the world I love so much as a lion. I would love to feed Noodles to a lion. Oh, that would be nice.
Oh my goodness!
I love lions, and I love Noodles.
I heard you discussing that before.
What?
What's that, Imperius?
It's my little fantasy.
I heard you discussing that before.
He was just sounding like a crone. I was just.
People say all
sorts of crone, Jack. So I was just
a crone. What do you mean by crone?
It's an old witch. A crone is an old witch.
But Jack, imagine wanted to annihilate.
Sing a song, please.
They want to annihilate polar bears and lions, literally.
Are they in any power to do it?
There's more polar bears now than there have been in 100 years.
So I love polar bears. I don't care if there's 8 billion.
Have you ever met a polar bear?
They will hug you.
Met a polar bear?
You should come here.
Yeah, they don't like you very much. Do you know polar bears are one of the 3 creatures?
I like them.
You know polar bears are one of the 3 animals on Earth that hunt people?
I don't give a shit what they do. I love them.
Hey, let's welcome back another guest. Welcome back, our friend ENW. Good to see you again.
Whoops.
Hello. I come in peace. I come in peace. I do hope you're all exceedingly well.
Hi, DNW.
Hello, Kenny. Good to see you. Hello,
Jack. How does he come in peace when he talks shit about me on his panel?
Hello, Chickpea. Hello, Dirty Lowlife. And if I've missed
How's the
anybody
holiday
else,
going?
I want to repeat that, guys. Sorry, 1 second, guys. One at a time. Hello, Jack. Hello, Kenny. Hello, Dirty Lowlife.
DNW.
Hello, Chickpea. And if I have missed anybody else out, I am sorry for that oversight.
Oh, you're so funny.
You forgot to say hi, God.
Wow.
You forgot to say hi, God.
How funny. Hi, Chinless.
Yes. Hello, Raven.
How was your time away? Hopefully it was a blessing.
I am feeling wonderfully replenished, and I am jesting. I am jesting. Hello to Raven and hello to Imperious.
Was he on a Baker Act violation or a 5150, Jack? Where was
he? You see, Jack, I think I grew even more in wisdom, and I matured a lot. And I recommend the two guys do the same thing. Go away and spend some time in
you
solitude.
Did mature. Come on.
Reflect on
that's very
who and
immature
what
to
you
try
are
to.
and what you're doing.
You're trying to isolate and
what you're
decentralize
doing,
the Talcott community.
Who
sir.
and what you are, Imperious. And you may come back a greater person.
Like
I'm not saying you're not great now, please. I'm just saying you may come back a greater person.
Sir, I'm not like you. I don't need to go to a gay trap house to find myself. I'm cool.
Oh, you've already been there, done that, have you? Because I that's not what I had in mind. But what did you think of that when you did that, Imperious?
What? When I did what?
What you just said.
That you go to a gay trap house?
No, I don't know anything about that, but clearly you do. It never entered my mind. You know, we are what we think. We are what we are.
I can tell by your voice, bud.
Are you still on holiday, D&W? Oh, he's gone.
His device disconnected. Looks like, well.
Is it very hot? Oh, sorry.
Jack, I'm trying to bring love up here, and everyone's attacking me, Jack. I want love. I want some love from you, Jack. I love you, fucker. I love you, Jack. I love you more than you fucking know, Jack. I really do. I advertise you everywhere, Jack.
Beware of the tactic known as love bombing.
Jack, I'm literally called the apostle.
I don't want the bullshit. I don't want the bullshit. I don't want
to try and assert some kind of emotional control over you.
One at
it's
a time,
manipulation tactic called love bombing. Beware of it.
Jack's too smart to be manipulated. What are you talking about?
Amen. Bro? Amen.
Jack, is it very hot in the US where you are?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, same here. I've never known the Northern Hemisphere be... I've travelled a lot, and I've never known the Northern Hemisphere be this cold.
Anyway, Jack.
Hot. See, brain's not working.
You were always on my mind, Jack, and everybody else here. I was thinking about you, contemplating who and what you are, what you're doing, what you're achieving. And, Jack, it's not quite there yet, but it's getting there.
It's hot every summer. Yes. Every summer it's hot.
Not this hot.
This hot.
D&W, you still in Cornwall or wherever it is that you went? He's away again.
He dropped.
No, he's back.
Connection is rough.
He came back today.
What is, I think Imperious brought up the term trap house. I might be mistaken. What is a trap house? For those who don't know.
I think it has to do with drugs and gays.
Well, a trap house is a kind of an urban...
guys, I can't hear a word you're saying.
Yeah, it is an urban slang term for a house full of like drug addicts and male prostitutes and intravenous drug use and non-protected anal sex, you know, things like that.
Is that where he was raised, Imperious? Is that where D&W was raised in a trap house?
I mean, a lot of those places, yeah. I mean, yes, I think so. I think he was birthed in a trap house. He's a trap king, is what they call him.
Well, what he was suggesting is spending time examining yourself, examining your life, and that is a wise path for all of us.
Let's get back to the subject. You know, the thumbnail. You know, the Donald Trump, the Elon Musk, the vaccines, the New World Order, the
King Trump.
Yeah, these pieces of shit on that picture. These pieces of shit.
He's not a real king.
In the party.
And the puppets of war, inflation, fear, the tactics of divide and conquer. Yeah. That's what's happening, guys.
Jack, that's a fake globe on there. There was a globe below Trump. I don't see that. Global control. Trump is not a king. He went to Burger King to get that hat. That's a fake crown.
Jack, I like how you have CT in there too. Do you see CT there under the in power? CT's down there. He's all. You see that? Do you see CT down there?
Whose fingers are that at the top of the picture, Jack? Who's the puppet master that you've concealed?
It's the hidden ones, the ones who have been visible with their wealth and their control, but they've got PR teams that keep them hidden. I mean,
So Elon Musk is the world's first trillionaire. Is this hidden hand
Actually-
more powerful than him?
He's created by the government, and the government is operating for the military-industrial
The government,
complex. They
the
just
government
followed
created
that.
Elon Musk,
Well, in part.
Yeah, of course it did.
but no fully.
Of course it did. Without the infrastructure.
Yeah.
Without the infrastructure here for him to build that business, how would he build it?
He didn't build that. He didn't
Like,
build
without-
that company.
Guys, this is the thing. I mean, we've got to accept the fact we've got a society where people get rewarded for
The
outsmarting
government created
others.
Elon Musk.
Okay?
People get
These-
rewarded for
these-
abusing others, Jack. For stealing and abusing from others, Jack. It's bullshit. Tired of it.
Well, this is not
So-
normal for people to continue. A trillionaire, more billionaires emerging out of America during the pandemic time, and the increased money printing. More billionaires are created, and guess what? Poverty is growing as well.
Jack, do you think it's a rigged system to prop up these billionaires and create poverty? With the
Yes.
McDonald's cup on that meme, there was a McDonald's.
Hey, Jack. Kenny's brother, Burgess Official, is in the chat. They look almost exactly. I think they're brothers, Jack. Do you know that Burgess? Burgess is PFP up real quick. He looks just like Kenny. You see that, Jack?
I love
Jack,
Burgess.
it's time to bang the hammer. Sort this
Looks
shit
just
out.
like
Come
him.
on.
Look at him. He
Bang
looks
the
just like
hammer.
him. You see that, Jack?
They're both good-looking dudes.
They're probably lovers. Go ahead, Jack. Sorry.
Jack, I'd like to say something when you get a minute.
Please, Kenny,
That's
go ahead.
gay.
Okay.
Testing.
The government did not create Elon Musk. He's a private entrepreneur born in South Africa who built his wealth through a series of self-founded or co-founded private companies before achieving major success with SpaceX and Tesla. However, the US government has heavily subsidized and contracted his companies, acting as a major catalyst for his business empire. Key ways the government and Musk are entangled include SpaceX contracts. NASA provided critical seed funding and a massive
Isn't that the
$1.6
definition
billion
of
contract
fascism?
in
The intertwining
2008,
between private industry and the state.
saved
Let him finish.
SpaceX from bankruptcy and helped establish it as a dominant aerospace firm. Tesla subsidies. Tesla received billions in government loans, green energy subsidies, and consumer EV tax credits that were crucial to its early growth and profitability.
Okay.
There we are. So it's more nuanced.
All right. Yeah.
I'll give you
That's
that. It's more
Wikipedia
nuanced.
propaganda, but
There's also the relationships that have been built.
Anything
that-
I don't agree with is propaganda. Wah.
no,
You
I
got
never
that
said
right,
that.
Kenny.
I was
Kenny,
referring- I
Kenny,
was
that was a
correcting that
fantastic.
too.
Kenny, do you know what? That sounded exactly like Raven. Exactly.
Not
like
at all. Jack, do you think that Elon is a self-made man, or do you think he was propped up with all these tax breaks and funding, and he was put into the position that he's in as a figurehead?
Yeah, let's
the
choose an
only
autistic guy.
reason- The only reason any of those cartoon characters have the power they do is because they convinced other people to believe that they had the power, that their wealth was somehow important, that people had to believe in what they said because they said it. We live in a world where propaganda and manipulation has been very effective. Please,
Yes.
for those
Yes.
folks who want to fight me and diminish me, please stop.
We have
We're
your
not
back,
here to
Jack.
fight you, Jack. We're not here to fight you. We're here to support you. But these
been
guys
a
are
long-
fanboys.
I'm not
hate to
sure
put it
about
this
that,
way,
Raven.
Jack. Hold on a
Your
second.
past behavior
Jack,
does
Can you
not
let me
show
speak for a
that.
second?
The genuine
Jack.
I have to say you come
Yeah.
across very confident in what you're saying, but that's the worrying thing here, Raven, because your past behavior
You sound
shows
very biased
completely
and very
the
hurt.
opposite to what you're saying.
Jack,
Thank
I think
you.
these
Thank
guys
you.
are
That's the
fanboys.
worrying thing about you,
Raven,
Raven.
or
You
Stephen,
speak so confidently,
please.
so glibly, but
Yeah.
your behavior is completely
I'm very confident.
completely
But I'm here in
oppositional
support.
to the words that you say, Raven. I'm very worried about you, Raven.
This guy's obsessed with
Thank
me.
you.
He's
Thank
obsessed.
you for that, Stephen. Please recognize the truth in what he said.
And
Well,
please recognize that he's a fanboy of Elon Musk, and he's not
Again,
even on your
mistruths,
side.
lies, Jack.
Steven,
Silly,
hello.
silly statements.
He's against
from a
you,
mind so
Jack.
twisted. He'll say
Steven.
anything to get attention.
You're
Anything.
twisted, DNW. You're
He'll say
twisted.
anything to get attention.
You're twisted.
He doesn't
Please.
care what side of the spectrum, right or wrong, he's on. He'll say anything and everything just so he can get attention.
He's obsessed.
Can I please take back over?
Go ahead.
Stephen. Well, it looks like DNW's connection.
Funny how I'm to blame after his long rant, and it's like, Steven, the guy's ranting about me obsessively.
Steven, you should listen to what he said, because he actually spoke up righteously, honestly.
No, he's nuts. He's obsessed.
Hey, Stephen, what are you dismissing and arguing against?
Jack, he's a loser.
Stephen,
that's what he is.
What are you arguing against right now with me?
I was arguing with him, but you kept interrupting, saying, hey, Stephen.
What are you doing now? I'm trying to ask you questions, and you keep not communicating with me.
Ask your questions. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, what I want you to consider is just what DNW offered, regardless of the source you heard it from. You spoke confidently that you were here to support me, and yet clearly patterns of your behavior, well documented, well repeated, should show otherwise. So how do you suggest we reason and reconcile this contradiction, your current day confidence and your actual past behavior?
I think his behavior today was atrocious. I think I've been polite. I've been supportive. And I don't appreciate him chiming in obsessively about me and ranting.
I'm unable to answer.
And I have a right to defend myself.
And I have a right to reply to that.
Fuck you, DMW. You're a loser.
Jack, DMW has unchecked aggression. This unchecked aggression will not stand, Jack.
Or the boy, sorry. Put the boy backstage for a little while. Thank you.
He calls it boys, Jack.
He may well appear polite.
Stop.
Are you talking to me, Jack? Sorry.
I'm just going to get a Coke Zero. I'll be back.
He may well come across as polite, but we know it's disingenuous. It's disingenuous. It's a tactic of his. He is somebody who continuously love bombs Jack just so that he can hang on the tailcoat of Jack Talcott, because he can't garner the same kind of respect and adulation that Jack does. Jack is blasting away here. He's getting 60 odd views, live at any one moment. This character could never achieve that in his wildest dreams. And Jack, in many ways, if you're offering him a lifeline, Jack. If it wasn't for you, I think he'd be dead in the water. He's living off your scraps, Jack. And look, that would be okay, Jack, if you weren't feeding a monster. Because Jack, he's not your friend. He's not your ally. He's not Team Jack Talcott. He is an imposter. He is a Judas. Jack, I'm not telling you to cast him aside, but Jack, I'm glad you see what he is. It's a worrying trend. It's not just a trend. Actually, it's him. I can't call it a trend. It's just him. This is what he is. He is somebody who comes on here and kisses your ass and blows smoke up your hole, but then behind the scenes, on his crappy little live stream, Jack, all he's doing is slandering you, defaming you, knocking you.
Please stop.
Sorry,
I'm asking you now, please, because yes, you're pointing at what is true, okay, but I've been trying to give him a chance to show himself better. Okay. He comes in and he plays his act, but you know what? I don't know how long you've been paying attention. Are you familiar with this character of my experience as well? Life as Margot?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, she was a long running, repeating character in my experience. Put on this beautiful false nicety to others and spoke confidently against me. So,
Thou shalt not speak against thy Talcott.
well, she she spoke in support of me losing my job, me getting separated from my son, she spoke in support of me getting evicted from my home. And then she shows up publicly and talks about how she cares about me like a sister.
It's worrying, isn't it?
It's just, it's
I will say
psychotic.
one thing about Imperius, Jack. Me and Imperius have had our little back and forth here on this show, but I've never heard him talk badly about you anywhere else. And you know,
I love Jack. My name is
look, Imperius. I've given you that much.
I know.
I'm
I
telling
look at
you,
my name.
yeah.
It's every panel I go to, Jack. It's called Imperius, Acolyte of Talcott. That's what everybody knows me now as, Jack. I'm serious.
I mean, Jack, you're trying to get somewhere, and it's kind of worrying that this character, what's his name again? Sorry, I don't care to remember, but that fella that was on before, that Mr. Somebody who thinks he's
Stephen.
He's somebody. Okay, Stephen. Yeah, Stephen. I mean, he's a kind of unusual character. Like, as I said, he's living in this land of delusion. And in many ways, he is a sad case. He's an extremely sad case. And I do feel increasingly sorry for him that this is the way he has to behave in order to feel good. Because let's not make any mistake. He is feeling good. This is what gets him off. This is what he does on a day-to-day basis. This is his modus operandi. This is his character, his personality. This is him. And Jack, that's the sad thing about it, that whatever happened to him made him like this. So something terrible must have happened. There was a terrible mistake somewhere along the line. And it probably was, I was going to say his father never wore a condom, but that's a bit harsh, Jack. Look, something happened. Something happened along the way. It is what it is. And Jack, maybe you're right. Maybe miracles can happen. You've shown it. That lady, whoever that is, they changed their ways. Maybe this man could do the same. I live in hope.
Well, I do trust that God is with me. I mean, I've humbled myself and I'm not keeping any secrets. I'm not hiding from any accusations or any truth. I maintain my innocence against the accusations I've been facing and a lot of the doubts. But regarding the character of Stephen and some of these others, I actually believe if I can do a better job maintaining my composure, then maybe I've got a better chance of communicating with them. And if they can reason with me and understand what I'm saying, they can quickly become better people.
Jack, you hit the nail on the head. Retain your composure. I was thinking about this as well on my long week away in solitude, deep thought and meditation, thinking about what is going on and what I should be doing. And retaining composure, Jack, was one of the major themes that kept coming to me. You know, retain composure. We're surrounded by traumatized, insane people who are deeply troubled, and you know, they're crying out for attention. And we have to remember not to be like them, not to become part of the madness. We have to be the cure for the madness, not part of the madness, Jack.
Hey, what I was sharing there is a note that I wrote for myself to remind me, slow down, stay with love, and be with the likeness of Jesus. That's my hope, my goal.
And you got 77 viewers, Jack. See this? It's working.
You know, we are a part of something greater. The greater parts of us, you and me, and what we're actually doing here, the greater parts of us haven't quite come into vision. Not for a lot of people. I have ideas. We're here for greater, and the story that's being written with you guys, I'm telling you guys, this God of ours loves so creatively. So
now,
be like that.
El Pero says there was people chatting shit about you on the Finding Gnosis show. Jack, I wasn't there yesterday, so I apologize if that happened. I
don't
wasn't
care.
in charge for the week. There was a couple of others, and I think Dirty Lowlife, he wasn't in charge yesterday, but he did a fine job the other days he was in charge. We had
Thank you,
Noodles in charge yesterday, I believe. That one I didn't even know was going to happen. It came out of nowhere. But anyway, whatever happened,
Oh,
Jack.
it was a lovely one, Grumps. You would have really enjoyed yesterday.
Well, listen, I'm not happy if Talcott is being slandered. I won't.
He
I'm
wasn't
not happy.
being.
Noodles has lost his mind,
I was guessing
TNW.
it. I was guessing
Sorry?
it.
Noodles has lost his mind. He thinks he can castrate the whole fucking animal kingdom.
Oh, me and
Jack
Ken,
can
you
do
agree?
anything he puts his mind to. Jack controls the birds in the air, the fish in the sea.
Yeah.
No,
I wasn't
brother.
talking about Jack. I was talking about vegan equilibrium.
No, I'm
noodles.
talking about Jack. This is Jack's show. We should be
No,
talking about Jack here.
No, we're talking
All right?
about yesterday's show. Was a horrible show. It was a real
Yeah,
nightmare.
they were.
Anyway, Dirty
we're
Lowlife,
talking
do you
about
want to
this.
go do a show after this? Because I won't be doing it, but you can if you want on my channel if you want.
Potentially, it depends how late we run because I
Yeah.
do need to get my sleeping pattern back in order. Been a bit
Alright.
astray recently.
Why'd you work, Dirty?
I work, but I'm not employed.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Did you know that Kenny
I do
works the
nothing
corner?
all day long.
Jack, did you know that Kenny works the corner? Or no? Sorry,
Kenny
go ahead,
works the corner.
I'd like to sing a song if that's all right.
You know, why not? Please.
Okay. I can remember when we walked together, sharing a love I thought would last forever. Moonlight to show the way so we can follow. Waiting inside her eyes was my tomorrow. Then something changed her mind. Her kisses told me I had no loving arms to hold me. Every day I wake up, then I start to break up. Lonely as a man without love. Every day I start out, then I cry my heart out. Lonely as a man without love.
Jack, can I
cannot
sing you a
face
song,
this
Jack?
world
Can I serenade
that's
you, Jack?
calling down on me.
One at a time.
So if you
Please.
see my girl, please send her home to me. Tell her about my heart that's slowly dying. Say I can stop myself from crying. Every day I wake up, then I start to break up. Lonely as a man without love. Every day I start out, then I cry my heart out. Lonely as a man without love. Thank you.
Sounds like shit, Jack. Let me sing you a better song, Jack. Let me sing you a better song. Jack, ready? Are you ready for your song, Jack?
Real
Hey,
brief.
Jack, I just met you. This is crazy, but here's my number. And call me Jackie. Sorry, Jack, go ahead.
Kenny just dropped all of our panties by Andy. Thank you for the contribution. Was there more to your song, Imperious? I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that was my song, Jack. Just call me maybe. You know, I look, Jack, like look at Jack. Here's my number. All the other boys try to chase me, but here's my number. Call me maybe, Jack. All right?
Jack,
That's
he's
beautiful.
basically saying your milkshake brings all boys to the yard.
I don't know how to feel about this flattery, honestly.
No, Jack, it is a bit strange. I'm not being bad, Jack. I hope you know, no homo. I like you as a bloke. You're a nice
I know.
guy. But I
I
do
know.
think there is a little bit of something else going on with some people. I'm not going to say who. I'm not going to say who. But
You know your own performance has gone well when it makes you
Come
cry.
on, come on, come on now, touch me,
That's
Jack.
true.
Can't you see that I am not afraid? What was that promise that you made? Da, 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 da. Don't you remember the Doors,
Oh.
Jack?
I do.
You know your own performance has gone well when it makes you cry.
You're a beautiful man, Kenny.
Thank you, Jack. And you are too. You know who you remind me of, actually? Have you seen the movie The Blues Brothers?
Years ago.
Yeah, one of the guitarists in it. What's his name again? It's no Donald Duck Dunn. It's no Blue Lou. It's no Mac Guitar Murphy. Murphy Dunn. I think it's Murphy Dunn.
It could be. I don't know. Hey, Voy, are you there?
Steve the Colonel Cropper. That's it. Steve the Colonel Cropper.
Yeah, I'm here, but my toes are curling backwards in my shoes, dude. So
I love
give
the
me a moment.
self-restraint. What's that?
Is that because my
So
voice is
just
just
give
so
me a
good at
moment.
singing for Jack? I'm serenading Jack.
That's Steve the Colonel Cropper there. Put a pair of glasses on, that's Jack.
There you go.
Yeah.
Not a little close, yeah? I don't know. Here, I think DNW is back. There we go. Connection keeps dropping.
yeah, I do have to get that sorted out. Remember, Jack, before I went on holiday, it was starting and I forgot about that. But yeah, I need to sort that out. I apologize.
Guys, there's something cool happening. We're living in an age, the development of knowledge and technology. We're at this pinnacle point. Which way are we going to go? Are we going to be taken over by AI? Are we going to self-destroy and go through the next extinction event because of cartoon characters with too much power? I think it's time for the people to rise up together. Good men and women. We don't have to have all the answers, but if we unite together, separately and together, with the idea of how can we end the corruption? How can we overcome the selfishness and the cruelty? I believe our greatest asset is each other.
Jack, can I sing you another song, Jack?
Would you please? Why not?
Jack, it's called "Only the Best" by Frank Sinatra. Only the best is good enough for Jack. Jack likes a new Lincoln with all of its class. He likes a martini and third on a glass. He's gonna start living. You just wait and see. Nothing but the best is good enough for Jack. All right, Jack, that's all I was saying. Nothing but the best for Jack.
Jack, you got something going on here. There's men in their 40s singing songs of adulation and respect about you, to you. I mean, not many people can achieve that.
I've gained some sort of infamy. So I
He's
don't
sexy
know.
as fuck. That's why. Look at him.
Hey, actually, this comment from Sam Uplander, we all here are the problem, but please consider this paradox. Within every problem, the solution is found. You're not going to find a solution separated from a problem. You got to go to the problem to see what the solution is. So the solution is you and me. We are all the solution. Holy cows. What have we been doing, guys?
The final, no, yeah, yeah.
This is actually my thoughts earlier. I was laughing and I joked to myself, I think I'm finally getting God's sense of humor. I mean, we've been given this life where we have the free will to be intelligent and wise and generous and kind, and we can do however we want, but the God of love lets us live our lives afraid of fear. I mean, afraid of death, right? Rather than live We focus on avoiding death. we choose to share fear more than we do love. How dumb are we? If we have the opportunity to find love through forgiveness and compassion and joy, why wouldn't we?
Ooh, Jack makes me live. Whenever this world can't give to me, it's Jack that all I see. Ooh, you make me live. Sorry, Jack.
No, man. My hope really is to point the direction of Jesus. That's the way to be like him, and to have faith in God and faith in love.
Can I be the one that crucifies you?
Oh, dude, there's been a long line. But
Kenny, that was disturbing. That was disturbing, Kenny.
I have been.
You know, we're working on Kenny as well. Kenny, by the way,
Kenny, do you use no more nails?
No more nails.
It's a
It's
oh yeah,
glue.
that's
it's a type of glue.
The sticky ones, right?
We
can shoe glue Jack to the cross, right?
No, I've been conceptually, I was terminated. This is what showed me. I found in the lessons and the stories of the Bible, I saw connections to myself. Similarities were there. And then I've heard other people talking about this as well. The stories in the Bible are about you, right? All of us.
I believe it was just a big psyop against the Roman Empire. I'm sorry, I'm an agnostic, so.
There was part of that. I mean, there was intentional deception, right? Take the truth and use it for the purposes of controlling the masses. Because as long as you can control the masses, well, then the dishonest can keep getting rewarded. This is what we're here to break. We are here to break the patterns of rewarding the dishonest. The idea of
and even if God did exist, I wouldn't be fucking worshipping him.
Why?
I'd just say, listen, step aside. I think I can do a better fucking job.
Yeah, that's what I used to think too, till I got a better relationship with God. And then I was humbled, truly.
God to me is just a metaphor for the universe.
Yep. Me too. But it's the intelligence that's beyond. It's the intelligence that formed and brings the order into this universal experience. I mentioned this yesterday. We are the universal, we're a part of the multiplicity that is the one, and it's exploring complexity. The one source of life is exploring complexity through the diversity, all the diverse forms of life. And ideas, they have a life of their own too, guys.
And ask Jack, have you heard Carl Sagan's pale blue dot speech?
I believe I have, yes. That was one that helped me get perspective.
That's how I see the universe.
Jack, but don't you think this world's an utter shit
relevance
house?
to God's question.
Sorry. Jack, don't you think this world's an utter shit house? Because I do. I think this world is a complete shit house. It's 92 billion animals every year, murder for their flesh. And let's not forget the 10,000 children that are sexually abused every day. That's just the starters, okay? I could go on and on and on. I haven't got a good word to say, I must say. One good word. I hate it here. The only reason why I'm here is I've got my 7 cats and I don't have to,
If I may try and answer you. If I may try and answer you, Chickpea, I think you're right. The mundane physical world is a shit house.
It's a shit house.
And if you see it as a bunch of things knocking against each other and the effects and ramifications of that, then it is horrifying.
It's a horrible place.
But I think what Jack's talking about is the ineffable intelligence that glues all of that together into one unity.
Yeah, but the
And
demiurge did that.
I've spent a long time looking for God in other places,
I have,
far away, and you're looking in the wrong place because it's very, very close.
No, the asshole that runs this place.
It's within your flat. It's with you and your cats and the love you have. That's where it lies. I'm being genuinely sincere.
Where is this God in the slaughterhouse or in the factory farm? Where is he there? See, this always goes back to this.
Chickpea, he's calling you God. Now, Chickpea, I know you quite well. You might
God
be
is
called a
also
goddess
in the
some
slaughterhouse.
respects.
I can
you might be called
promise
a
you.
goddess
I
in
can
some
promise
respects.
you.
Indeed, I think you
God
probably
is in
were
the
called a
slaughterhouse,
goddess
is he? God's in the
by
slaughterhouse.
gentlemen in the past.
Yes.
But to call you
Yeah,
God, Chickpea, is a bit of a stretch.
Let's swing back
I
to
think
this.
the reason why I go to find a gnosis is to find gnosis, i.e., to get away from the asshole God of this dimension. To find,
but you're putting your morality on what an asshole is and what isn't.
Well,
like
God
that is a whole. That is you defining that. Like, to me, I believe that the one who created the stars and the galaxies and the black holes it's beauty, infinite beauty.
The demiurge.
Well, please, it's we'll swing back to this. Emily,
this is why I go to DNW's channel in the hope of finding, because I believe we have to disconnect from all our
Chickpea, you're here now. You're here now. You're here now.
To not be called back, to not be allowed to come back. I don't want to come back.
Chickpea, while we're here, can I welcome back Emily?
Yes, hi, Emily.
Oh, my wife is here, Jack. My wife is here.
There he is.
Sorry, go ahead, Jack. Sorry, I can't control myself. Go ahead. Sorry.
You can control yourself.
Help me, Jack. Help me.
I don't know.
Yeah, help him, Jack. I'd like to.
Yeah, help him out the door, huh?
It's not funny, Imperious, and I condemn your behavior. Your sexual harassment is not funny.
No, it's
so that's not sexual harassment.
So, Jack, I wanted to say thank you so much, Kenny. Thank you, Dirty Low Life. Thank you, Truck Steve.
Right, that wasn't quite sexual harassment, but what you've been saying previously definitely was.
And thank you, Jack, for the apology for other people's behavior. I just want to say something. You know, it's kind of like if a black person were in the room, why are they bothered by all the chicken and watermelon and N-word comments would be what someone might say to them. If you're not really an N-word, why do you care? The thing is you do care because you know it's there to degrade you and it's there to make you feel uncomfortable in the space. I'm not a prude. Yeah. I can handle ribbing. I can handle if he called me a tard and told me everything I thought was stupid and didn't like anything I believed about anything. I could have that debate all day long, even little sexual ribbing. Also, this isn't cutesy liking me kind of stuff, because if someone I've had parasocial crushes on me on my channel. I would never be mean to somebody for actually having a crush on me or saying something like that, like they really liked me. I would never, ever, try to hurt that person. So this is not what this is. This is someone who, because of what went on the other channel, is bringing it over here and trying to sexualize it and make me feel super uncomfortable that he's going to be up there doing that from the minute the show starts and for the whole hour. So that's what this is, and it is inappropriate. He called Mariah a whore. She made laughing emojis, and I do resent you putting the laughing emojis up, just telling you the truth, because I don't think it's funny. I don't think she should be laughing at it, but she can react however she wants. This is also your house. You can run it however you want. I'm not asking for being owed any special anything. And that's my piece. I like being here. I picked this space and finding Gnosis because I like the spaces, and I feel like there is real activism going on here and cool people, and I don't appreciate this, but I'm not a prude trying to ruin everybody's good time, and I don't appreciate him spinning it that way. I'm not his wife. I don't like him talking about my body parts, and I want him to leave me alone. And he can make fun of my beliefs all he wants. He can call me any kind of, slur about being dumb or wrong that he wants, but the personal physical relationship that doesn't exist stop. And I wanted to talk to Kenny about immigrants after that.
If I may interject on your point there, Emily, I think even more so, it's one thing to make these, I very loosely use the word jokes, but once you've stated that you don't approve of it, for it to then continue is disrespectful on a whole nother level.
I would never get up here
so
and
do
talk
I get
about
to respond, Jack,
buttholes
or no?
I'd like to say one more thing. If I talked about males' buttholes, pretending I had something to do with them, every 20 minutes, I had a punchline about a butthole, about some guy. And then I did it over and over and over again. And you got to realize men and women are different. This does bother women more. Yeah, I think after a while, they'd be like, what is she doing here? What is her problem? Something wrong with this lady. So that's just kind of how I see that. And yeah, he can respond. Show himself too while he responds. That'd be cool.
Yeah, Jack.
I'll
I want
bring
to
your-
commend Emily for coming up here and saying all of that. As guys, we need to give her a round of applause. Come on.
Well,
Just normal.
Yeah,
human
that
stuff.
was
I
very
don't
well
think
done,
we need
Emily.
to patronise her way around the applause. You know, she's
Let's-
just right.
And
She's just
Kenny,
correct.
Kenny, that wasn't patronising.
let's
That
let
wasn't patronising.
Imperious.
It was a bit
I mean,
mangina white
she
knight
spoke
sympathy.
very skillful.
Would
It's
you
okay.
please, guys? Imperious, I'm going to bring you back up, but please, right?
Yeah,
I
I'll
think it
answer
was
this
pretty
very
polite.
logically,
Yes.
Jack. I'll answer this very logically. One, to me, God created women who look a certain way and get a certain reaction from men. If
Imperious.
she doesn't like that. Hey, okay, so you don't want my answer.
Imperious.
You want her to bitch at me
Okay,
how she
tell
feels.
you
I
what.
don't care how she feels.
He
Tell
cussed
you
me on the
what,
other channel.
well,
so
and
way
that's
down.
a problem for me, Imperious. If you don't care how a sister, another lady, a human being feels, you need to check yourself, dude.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
And this is
And-
someone who's trying to lecture me on morality earlier on.
I know. And you're a little bit overbearing a little bit sometimes when you get heated, but you've never done anything. Like, you were a perfect gentleman with me. You've never done anything on that level. So that was another thing. I'm like, I get that there's a headbutting going on, but I'm
It's
like,
not
I'm
overbearing,
you
Emily.
too.
It's just
Tell you what.
Oh, I know, I
masculine,
know.
Tell you
passionate.
what, I guess
Women
I
didn't-
need to throw everyone out in order to keep people's approval and stop blaming me.
No,
for
I was
what's
telling him he
happening.
wasn't. I was telling him he wasn't a bad person, but even though you guys headbutted, that would be nothing to compare to the other. That was what I was saying.
Then your show title is bullying, Jack.
Oh, her. I thought you were talking to me. I didn't know.
If
what
you
were talking
keep
about.
allowing toxicity to project on your show, then your show title is bullying, Jack. Alyssa, why don't you? I've witnessed a few critical comments, comments from you that appear critical. So you're welcome to join. Actually, Jesus Pantheon is here. Welcome to you. Maybe you can be the better example for
Emily,
me. I
you look
guess.
really pissed off.
Hey,
Sorry, what you do?
guys, Alyssa asked me to tell you in voice what she meant. If she read it, she meant like, you haven't come on here to talk with Jack, you've come here to bully Jack if your opinion is against him. I don't think she meant it in a negative way, but I just told her myself, hey, babe, that can be read in a negative way, you can put that, but she said, I did right, that's not bollocks or whatever, but she didn't mean it to be that you're bullying. She meant to say that, you know what we discussed before about, like, if they click I join, then Jack is not superiority, Jack is authority, because you agreed to join Jack's show. So I think she was trying to put that. She's shouting up by her, can you please say something, Karen? I'm saying, all right, I'm not going to interrupt, but I'll just at least stick up for your honor and say, I don't think she meant that the way it was taken, but I've told her, well, you wrote this, so yeah, he can hear you say sorry. He said, but still, you should comment on the fact that the way it was written, it could be taken that way. So I don't know if you guys want to see it that way. That's okay. But I agree with you. It looked awful, but she didn't mean that. She meant against people who were coming on here to speak against you and not listen to you. Does that make sense at all?
It does. Thank
Let
you
me
for
speak
the
next. Let me speak next, if that's okay.
clarification.
Yeah, I just want to say back to Emily, it's not overbearing. I'm just passionate and masculine. And
Oh, no, I
push
meant
back
you
when
and-
I feel
yeah.
like people are trying to control me.
Yeah,
I've
and I
always
didn't-
been that way.
I didn't
I've
know
always
Jack
been that
was
way.
thinking I was saying something bad to you when he said that. That might have been about Alyssa, but I said when you guys headbutted, and that's like a clash of egos. That's nothing to compare to someone systemically trying to harass someone out of the space. Totally
Absolutely.
different.
You wanted to ask me something about immigration or immigrants.
Oh, well, yeah. The other day I was noticing something you said when I did not get up here for that. I was, you said something about you didn't know of anybody being wrongfully detained or harmed.
Well, I never said, no, I never said that. I never said
okay.
that.
What did you say?
Me and Zilzone were chatting and asked for the numbers, and he said it was 170. And then I asked for the percentage of the total arrests that constituted. So it's 170 were wrongfully detained over 2025. But the total arrests for that year were 400,000, almost 500,000. The point I was making, that's a high success rate. That's all.
Well, I mean, I missed.
I never said they were without fault.
Gotcha. I missed most of that because I couldn't watch because of what was going on. But anyway, the 170 is correct, but there's one that even had, a lot of these people had watermark birth certificates and whatnot, and they're detained without counsel. If even one person is detained without counsel, you're setting up a precedent for your country. That's really dangerous. And also, what do you think about alligator Alcatraz? Is that not cruel and inhumane, which is against our Constitution? It's really insane. And if you do these things wrong, you will undo your case. So this will end up being litigated, and they'll say, well, you detained them wrong, you held them wrong, you did everything wrong, case is thrown out. So a lot of those people, if your objective is to get rid of gangbanging, you want to do it right, and you want to do it where you're not harming people. Would you not at least agree with that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
like I said, I never said it's completely without fault.
It's with horrible fault. People are dying in those detention centers, so that's something to note.
Emily,
how many people are dying? Do you know? Do you have the numbers?
I don't have the numbers. I could pull them up.
You don't have the numbers, okay.
Tell you what,
Kenny, do you really think it was patronizing to clap for Emily?
It's just my opinion, but if you want to give her a round of applause, then go ahead.
Emily, what do you think?
I think that it's just a way to help Imperius keep the focus on me and all this sexual stuff he started that just needs to stop. I never wanted this to go on, but I don't think you meant anything patronizing whatsoever. And I just think Kenny was trying to make a point that, because I think he felt that way. I don't think anybody had any bad intent there.
I just thought it would be a bit performative and theatrical, that's all. And she doesn't need that, really.
No, that's fine.
You can just say, well said, you're correct, and give her support that way.
Kenny,
if you want to clap, go ahead.
Kenny, I'd love to get in on this conversation with you, because I was giving some thought to some of the things you were bringing back, the small percentage with the numbers of citizens arrested in comparison to the larger numbers. But regarding the dispute in Gaza as well, the aggression and violence in Gaza as well, the defense or reasoning I heard from you is that does the state of Israel have a right to exist? And if they exist, I guess they have a right to defend themselves. But let me finally get to the question. Are you for group punishment? Do you believe in punishing innocent? It's okay that innocent people get harmed if it's in the pursuit of justice of something else. I don't believe you do you?
No, I don't.
You see, Jack, that was one of my points of contention with the book of Genesis. I mean, original sin, the sin of Adam and Eve is what causes the downfall of humanity through the ages. We are being punished for their misdeeds. Do you know, Jack, that's a bit of a problem for me.
What is that sin? Can I ask the NW if you don't mind me asking? Because I see it differently, but many people talk about the sin of Adam and Eve, but I don't generally know what other people mean. Is that an okay question to ask there, Jack?
They disobeyed. They disobeyed God.
Check out the private chat, Jack. I mean, I don't know.
What does that mean exactly?
The interesting thing is, they ate from the tree of knowledge, knowledge of good and evil, right?
All right, that's cool. That's explaining a lot to me, to be honest.
But the problem is, if they didn't know what evil was, how could they have sinned?
All right. Sorry,
you get what I'm saying, Emily? It's a very strange story, because if they didn't know what evil is, how could they have known it was bad to sin, to go against God? So the story is very strange in that regard.
I ordered some Gnostic Gospels inspired by you guys, so I'll get
Yeah, I've read that. I've read some of the Gnostic Gospels.
But now I feel very weird about the whole thing. Why would anybody be angry with me? I'm wondering. I mean, I'm reading this. I'm a bitch. I'm a cunt. This is all in the private chat here. I mean, this is completely abnorable.
Emily,
I'm bad for noticing.
Okay, it's just Imperius.
Emily, darling, it's only strange fellows.
I mean, I wasn't saying anything bad about Kenny or telling you to get rid of all your guests. This is insane. I've done nothing to anyone.
No, you have not. And I'm sorry. I'm not going to put you on the spotlight. I started to bring that up. But you know what, Emily, he's gone from the back. I agree. I had not seen it until I wasn't paying attention, but I saw what he wrote, and that was not appropriate. He's gone from the back. You don't deserve that. You're right. And I'm sorry, okay?
It bothers me more that you would be angry with me, like I'm trying to do something to you by wanting that stopped so I can be here.
No one
Okay.
sane-minded is
I'm
angry
not-
with you, Emily.
I'm not angry with you in the slightest. My frustration, I reacted with Alyssa, but it was not related
And it's
to you.
confusing when you're on something like this, like who is he mad at and what did I, because
Yes.
there's all this emotional crap is going on. And my job is emotional. Like we're talking about, I'm dealing with sometimes like dead kids and whatnot, and the parents crying for 4 hours with me talking about the case.
Emily,
And then
Emily,
you
can I
want
just say something?
politics that these people are doing this stuff. What? I'm sorry.
Emily, do you mind if I get in and say something here?
Sure.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life through too. For I can't help falling in love with you. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank
Kenny.
you. That was a beautiful shift and change in energy, and it was welcomed and appreciated. Thank you.
Kenny,
brother.
Kenny regulates environment. Just want to say Kenny does regulate environments. He does it on both shows. So
Thank you,
There's
Emily.
people in the comments saying you're not built for panels, Emily. There's a few comments. Emily, they're saying that because you showed upset emotions. Now,
I mean,
Emily,
You are
that is
well built for
that's not a
She
sign.
is
That's a
she is
sign
built
of
for
their.
panels.
That's a
She's
sign
built for
of their
panels. Nobody
character.
needs to even highlight that.
That's a sign of their toxicity. Why do all
Yeah.
panels have to be this kind of shitscape? Where
I'm a normal
people are
person.
horrible
And
to
this
each
shit's
other? Why
toxic.
can't we
And I'm
build a
reacting.
panel like Jack wants to build
Thank
it,
you, Andy.
where people show respect?
I agree. Yeah, people are
You're
going to get.
built, Emily, you're built for panels. I think showing emotion is a strength. You know, it's
She's one of the most
it's
intelligent
it's an
fucking people that's
emotional
ever been
purity.
on this
It's
panel, for
honesty.
crying out loud.
Thank you.
It's
Appreciate
an emotional honesty to cry.
Aye.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
It is. And guys, I'm confident. I've seen it in myself. My ego has been tested with this online experience. I've witnessed people's egos being tested. We face all sorts of crazy shit on here, but you know what? You're strong. All of us, all of you, we are strong, right? And what the world shows us isn't always honest.
Jack, is it okay to just add a little bit? This is not for
Please do.
Imperius. It's about Imperius. So, guys, I'm not taking sides. I myself, as many of you are aware here, I found myself on the opposite side. It's not because I'm correct. It's often because I'm just passionate. I do feel Imperius's passion. I think he's got caught up in the wind, and sometimes that pushes our ego. To be honest, I'm not justifying his actions. I'm saying even I have done those, and I've been responsible, and he's owned them, and so should Imperius, and I'm sure he will. But there's always this mountain against an ego when multiple people speak against you. It intoxifies you to go against you. And again, not justifying Imperius, I'm saying I know Jack and Imperius have a long history. I'm sure he's not detrimental. I guess I just think he's made a mistake this time, like many of us have said about Kenny or myself, or even D&W at times, to be honest. You know, we've gone to them lines. So I appreciate he's done some horrific year, and you should all step up against it. Just want to be the one who's often on the other side to say, Imperius, I don't think you're not welcome. I think that this has been a mad moment for you, like many of us say about Kenny or myself or others, if that's okay.
Fatima just says, I fucking hate all of you. Why does he keep coming here? You know? I mean, surely by constantly coming on the show, and it's evoking these negative, toxic feelings in him, that can't be bad for his mental health.
He actually
Fatima,
loves
is
us
Fatima
all,
allowed
Kenny,
on this
Kenny.
show?
There
he
are
loves us all.
logical reasons why people do what they do. If you try to
because
understand,
he deeply loves us, Jack. Or she deeply loves us. And
part of it is self-hate.
I think some of it is unrequited love. They have such deep love, and they feel they're not getting it back, and that's why they're getting angry.
It's the case of both of them, actually, and I know there's something going on with the person that was just doing that. You know,
By the way, Fatima is another clever person. Fatima is extremely
very
clever.
and funny and smart,
Clever.
and we get along. But she does say these kind of things that are meant to have shock value. You know.
I want to welcome back Austin Murphy as well. How are you today? You there, brother? Maybe connection dropped.
Sorry, if I may just very briefly interject. I know YouTube gets a bad rap for censorship and control of narratives, but there are mechanisms for reporting harassment through the platform. Just to remind everybody that that's there.
The trouble is with Imperius, he's not using his real name and nobody knows what he looks like either. All you have is his voice. If the police have voice identification software, that might help.
Yeah, but that's pretty uncool to report somebody, right? Just block somebody or ban him. You know, reporting on
what
YouTube.
do you mean by uncool?
That's not what we do on YouTube, right? That's for other people.
Can I just ask what you mean by uncool, though?
You speak.
Are you suggesting it shouldn't be done, or?
You speak as if you're
unless
a worried man boy.
it's really persistent and it goes on for weeks and for months, I think it shouldn't be done.
Voy,
sounds fitting.
Voy, you speak as if you're worried it might happen to you, or it's either that or you speak as if this is a refuge for you because you've been banned everywhere else.
Could I jump in?
Can I say something to Emily real quick? I'm only here for a second.
That's
Emily, I've been here longer than anyone on this panel. I've been here for 5 years. I want to, the way that this place was created, this area, it was created kind of after COVID was going on with a bunch of angry, pissed off people. So that's why you get a lot of angry, crazy people here. And that's just the people that are attracted. And this is not a normal space for panels. So the people that you see here are probably going to be some of the strangest creatures you've ever seen in your life. I'm just giving you a heads up. So don't take it personal when people like gang up on you and you see 10 people in chat with your name in their mouth and they're all too big of cowards to come up on panel, but they're just going to sit there and type away. A lot of them never come on panel. They're too scared. That's all I have to say. And by the way, you're very beautiful. So have a nice day.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I'm perfect in every single way.
Can I just say something really fast? I don't want to make the whole thing about me. I wanted it to be quick, done. I thought he might behave. I thought it might put an end to that. Look what he's doing. So there's something very wrong with him. It's not my fault. I don't want to make it all about me because he's doing that. And that's the thing about reporting people. I have death threats. The only thing I've ever reported is one very serious death threat from someone who is serious about it, who found a woman's address. This has to do with my court case, and actually called her house and threatened to burn it down. That person's threatened to kill me. That's the only thing that I care about like that. I don't care about, if I cared about everybody that had something weird to say, you'd be constantly reporting people that. So, but I appreciate the sentiment, but yeah, I don't even want, that's what they're doing when they do this. They want to make it your life. And that's not why I was here.
I love you, Emily.
Thank you.
All right. I feel like maybe this might be a good turning point. Maybe it's time to start shutting things down. I don't know if we resolved anything. We had a Mariah, an M in the back. I'm assuming that's Mariah. I don't know who Mariah is. Apparently, Mariah wants an opportunity to defend herself, but let's let the drama go. Let's just agree to be better with each other.
Amen.
Mariah, if I remember rightly, is somebody who's always singing the praises of Imperious, Jack, in the live chat.
Right.
So that's all I know about Mariah.
Isn't Mariah supposed to be Imperious' alter ego? I'm just asking because someone told me
Are
that.
you saying it's a sock account and it's Imperious pretending to be somebody called Mariah?
No, I'm
Makes
saying
sense,
someone
yeah.
suggested that to me before and I'm confused. Can anybody clarify for me?
Well, we won't know unless we hear Mariah's voice.
Don't blame me when we keep this going and going
And
and
Jack,
going.
this could be a key moment, Jack, because
Please don't blame
if
me.
we
I
do
don't
not hear
wanna do
somebody
this.
called Mariah, it will be even more of a stain on the reputation of Imperious. So I think, Jack, maybe you should let Mariah on. And if it's not a human being, if it's not a woman and she doesn't speak coherently, you know, then I think it adds more damage to his reputation, unfortunately for him. So if you want to give that chance, Jack, he's asking for it. He's saying, let her on. Let her on. Let's see what this Mariah is about.
She hasn't been backstage for a few minutes. So
Mariah, if you are indeed Mariah, come back.
Wait, that's a picture of Mariah? Imperious' girl? That's what he's
Now
saying?
the show is about nothing some more, though. That's what he accomplishes when he's on
I'm just
here.
saying, my
doing all-
girl is
I'm just
hot and
letting you
I'm
know,
not, so,
doing
you
all
know.
this crap.
Let
That's what
Mariah
it's
come
about.
back on.
But yeah, she could do it. She's telling me this is all about me and I want men's sympathy and blah, blah, blah. I didn't make him start doing this shit with me. I was here donating and talking about my court case, talking about human rights. There's a human rights conference coming up about war and human trafficking combined. I'm trying to do my thing. I do it on multiple channels. That's what I'm here doing. I wasn't
Emily,
bothering him
darling,
about
you're doing
his
good work.
sexuality.
You're doing good work. Don't
Thank
let
you,
these
but
bastards
just
grind
making
you
the
down.
point.
were you talking on Mariah's behalf, saying how she should feel? I didn't catch that.
I made the comment that when he called her a horse, she laughed at it, and I was offended by it for women in general because I think it's sick. She can do what she wants, is what I said, but I don't think it's normal to laugh at it.
All right, I agree. We've got Imperious here. I'll bring you back, but please be respectful. Or actually, should I even?
That's a rhetorical.
I get condemned both ways. When I give people a chance, I get condemned for giving them a chance. If I don't give them enough chance or I deal with them wrong, I get condemned because I deal with them wrong.
Then let God decide within you, Jack. Let love decide.
Actually,
yeah, that hasn't worked
Jack,
so well
it may
for
well
me
be
so far.
more prudent to give more weighted effect to somebody like Emily, somebody who feels aggrieved by the person in question's actions. I mean, she could be the arbiter of this. She could be the decision maker. Does she want him on the panel when she's here? And I don't think she does.
House. It's Jack's house. He can do what he wants.
Well, there you go, Jack. The lady has spoken.
Well, no, it's Jack's house. He can do what he wants in his house, but I stated how I felt about being here if that's what's going on in his house.
Yeah, no, he's been disrespectful, and clearly that then the case can be made that it's Jack's fault because I put up with it. So, Imperious, you going to continue making me look bad, or
are you going to disrespect my girl instead of her? Are you going to disrespect my girl? You gonna let it for one girl to talk and not another? Is that because my girl's not white, Jack? You racist piece of shit. Is because a dumb blonde dyke comes up here, Jack? You can let her talk, but not my girl. Had my girl in the back for minutes waiting for me, Jack. You racist, sexist bitch. Are you a sexist, Jack? Are you a sexist? Why didn't you let her up? You let one blonde up is because she's blonde and Mariah's a redhead. Are you racist? Oh, so you're racist. So you're racist. So you're a racist pig, Jack. So you're a racist little pig. So you're Donald Trump, like a racist. You're Donald Trump, Jack. You racist bitch.
What are you?
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Don't disrespect my girl. Don't you fucking dare. You disrespected Mariah, a mod on your channel, you fucking faggot.
Did I?
Yeah, you did, you bitch. And you know what? I'm gonna go on I'm gonna go on million people channels and tell everybody to dox Emily.
Okay.
All the Groypers are going to dox her. Every
Then why
single
not?
fucking
Tell
one of
you
them.
what.
Jack.
Tell you what. Your threats.
Oh, it's not a threat,
reveal
Jack. I've done it to hundreds of people.
Your admission and your threats reveal your immoral character. Tell you what, actually.
Can I tell you
Oh,
something?
yeah.
Everybody knows who I am, but if you dox me in terms of my address, that's court sealed. Santa Clara Civil sealed those records. If you were to do that, you'd be in trouble. That really would be a problem. You can be a cussing, stupid, sick freak all you want. I don't care about that. As long as you leave me alone. And I'm not trying to make you look bad, Jack. I didn't want people to blame me for telling you what to do with your show. That puts me on the spot. This isn't my
Oh,
show.
it's putting you in a tough spot. I get that. And you were right. It is my choice. I tried to give him a chance. He showed me what he's about. It's unfortunate because that proves a lot of others correct. I've had people telling me, you know, Imperius is just using you and making fun of you. Well, I guess he proved them right today.
I think you were trying to do the Christian thing of giving him a chance to flip, but he's not flipping. So, and it's a little bit too caustic for people that are trying to do something good. That's just my opinion.
What a sad, pathetic individual that Imperious character is.
You what? You accept? I missed some of that.
Said what a sad, pathetic individual Imperious is, and I don't think you should let him back on, Jack. He's clearly not going to change.
We'll
and he's
address
putting Emily in
the
distress.
future when the future happens, and I know that he's got room for improvement. I got faith that when it's time for him, he will become accountable for what he says, what he's done.
Jack, could I add a little something to that and say that in the teachings of Christ, I agree with you. I'm not saying Kenny's now against the cop there. I'm saying that if you're as the rooster, you have to put all the hens in order. I get that because there's a responsibility channel, but Jesus always believes in redemption. And that means that there's going to be a time and place where you and Peters can come to some sort of agreement. And it's just, guys, you know, I get heated. I don't think we should always judge on the moment. Presence isn't about the moment, it's about the all.
Well, what I've realized, part of my role, I think, I'm a safe enemy. People love to feel tough, love to show how tough they are in my face because they know I've got self-control.
Is that what they say the folly of love is sometimes, Jack? The negative aspect of it, the fact that people can abuse your love against you, is that something along the lines, or am I off there? I don't mind being off.
Well, it does
Can I
happen.
just correct Jesus Gracie Guru on one thing about what Jesus said? Actually, Jesus, his teachings and actions suggest walking away from hostile or unrepentant individuals. So, although he said they deserve a second chance, that wasn't the same thing as suggesting that they should come back into your life and your environment.
Well, yeah, I do agree that if you haven't got the strength to do it, you shouldn't. But I'm saying that Jack probably does have the strength, so maybe he should. But that's up to Jack to decide, not me.
Just add a comment on you made comment on the present moment Jesus Pantheon. I agree with you, but this has been going on for weeks.
But I wasn't on about the present moment. I was saying the present moment we do the things that cause the most harm, but the present is not the present moment to me. But I don't mean it is. It's just what it is to me. I might be incorrect.
And it's not just the harassment of Emily and other women. You know, he's also like called a black guy, Ra's al Ghul, the N-word.
Yeah, no, me and Jack have been accused of worse, and I have done worse, but it just doesn't mean that's who we are. It means who we are in the moment. I'm not saying anything results in responsibility, but I don't like this idea of claiming that we shouldn't allow him to repent, or we shouldn't allow repentance to build friendships again. I don't like it when that's suggested, and I'm just pointing out that. I could be incorrect. Maybe I'm incorrect. I don't know.
I think you should repent from afar.
Well, this is actually the truth. I mean, I study self-development. I focus on improvement. That's how I live for myself, and I want to help others who want to improve. And everyone does have room for improvement, but this is another person added to this long list of people who have no care for me and my goals. Not honestly. It's fascinating to me how long it's been like this and how often it's been repeated. People present as though they want to make the claim they're on my side and supportive. Oh, here, we've got Mariah to defend herself, apparently. Is that right? M, you're here and you're muted.
This is just sick.
M?
What's sick? Go out.
Truth, or your audio is not coming through, man. I don't know what's going on.
I know it's been lagging pretty bad this whole time. Maybe it'll catch up if I speak for one moment here. Emily is very much in her feelers, and
Not right now. I was a moment ago.
Well, this
After
is sick. You
weeks
said
of-
when it comes up.
Yes, about having this continue and continue and continue. I think it is sick, and I'm saying it in a very matter-of-fact way. I guess you maybe don't notice
Well,
that.
the only
but-
reason that it continues is because you're here.
No, yeah, I
So
know. I'm
you're
not
just
supposed
as
to be here. That was
responsible
why
as
he
anyone
did it. That was why he did it. It was going to be vag, vag, vag. Emily, get lost if you ever dare complain about it. I'd like to move on with my life. So I am indicating that I think it's sick.
And
And
that
not
you
even-
have every right to.
Conversation.
I appreciate that.
I'm not even talking
So-
about it. Y'all are.
Right. Alyssa, welcome to you. And I tried to bring M up for the record. I understood that was who wanted to represent themselves, but apparently it didn't work.
What I miss? A cat fight?
No, this has been growth and development. Let's be positive. It was growth and development that's happening today because emotions are the energy that stir us to move, stir us to grow. And if anger comes out in the right way, it's an indicator of where we can grow in our forgiveness and our patience. And Emily, we are being tested. Okay. You know the path you're on. You've taken risks and you've put yourself out there a little differently. And the attacks come different than we're going to expect, right? From people, it's like, whoa, where the hell did that come from? Why me? That's what I kind of see happening. And I'm sorry that, well, we're going to get through it. We're going to figure it out and we're going to raise the standards with each other. How about that?
I appreciate it. And I don't want to make any trouble for anybody. I want to do real stuff. So hope that's
Amen.
obvious. Thanks.
Amen. And I'm not saying Imperius is a bad guy, and I won't say he's not welcome to return.
I have a question for the Dirty Lowlife. The guitars behind you, are you selling them or collecting them, or do you just get bored of one guitar then quickly move on to the other one? What's the story with that?
A good question. I bought one of them. I was gifted a few. Many are inherited from my late father. They are now all in different tunings. So, only one of them is in concert pitch. So, play a lot of open tuning music.
That's cool, man. I like it.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
I have a paracho. Do you have any parachos?
I don't know what a paracho is.
They're from Mexico and they make with these special woods that they use and they're all handmade and they're really smaller. So of course I like that.
Lovely. Yeah, I did have a 3/4 size guitar for a while and I really loved it because it's so light and bright and easy to carry through the woods.
Dang, I mixed Trexie on the panel the other day, didn't I? Trexie was on the panel last night.
The dude Imperius has a lot
Yes,
of incorrect stuff.
she
found
did
out
join,
that
yes.
He's a Mossad agent. He's an Italian Jew Mossad agent.
Is someone speaking, guys? I can hear a faint voice in the background. I don't know if anybody else can hear that.
Both of you have your mics are low. JG, I don't know what you were saying. And you're muted now.
Can you hear me?
I got you turned up now.
Yeah, I don't think you're seeing what's going on, Jack. A lot of these people are taking indirect shots at other people and they're playing a bit. That guy Imperius, he is a Mossad agent. He's an Italian Jew Mossad agent.
Okay. I don't care the motivation or what the reasons are. I know that if we're honest,
used to have Jack. Epstein used to rape that dude. That's what I'm trying to say.
Hey, hold on.
You had that he's Italian. An Italian Jew? That was, I don't know about that.
Epstein also raped Truther Cop.
I brought who I believe was Mariah up. Their microphone did not unmute. I asked them several times, gave them the opportunity to talk. They disappeared. So these egoic, the slights, who was it? Someone was a JG, maybe you were saying that. There's all these kind of little sniping shots going on. And people are slick. People are real slick with their insults. I can do it too. I'm sometimes real slick with my insults, but to create a better world, it's up to us to treat each other better. Simple as that.
You know, Jack, I did have a quick peruse over your previous streams, and I saw the lovely Trexty and Kenny having a little bit of a back and forth there. Now, I was reminded by the comment here from Trexty saying that Kenny is triggered because he doesn't know the difference between a conversation and debate. Now, in fairness, I think Kenny was right, because you can be having a conversation, yes, but part of the conversation may entail a debate. It may be an informal debate. It may not be a formal debate, but it's surely a debate. If you're going back and forth, it can be described as a debate. Yes, it's not an official debate. It's an informal debate. What's wrong with classifying it as a debate? Sorry.
I can answer that, DMW. Some people don't like debate because they like to control the narrative. And by debating, it means they're having to let the person who has different viewpoints speak. And I see I'm triggering Jack there. Jack, you want to tell us why you're shaking your head?
I can. Oh, sorry, Jack, sorry.
I'm interested.
I know. I appreciate it. Because what I've witnessed all too often, especially amongst the men folk, they call it debate, and it's really just intellectual arguments, trying to prove each other wrong, trying to one up. What I prefer.
That's what a debate is, though, Jack.
Right. Yes, I don't deny that. But
and it's
what
healthy
I
to have debates.
In some times, in some contexts, that is the right approach. At some times, an argument is actually the right approach. But what I'm really, really wanting to have is, rather than debates, how about discussions where we present our claims to truth rather than telling each other what the truth is going to be.
Yeah,
hey,
I see what you're saying. You're
Jack.
coming at it from the angle
Sorry,
where
Jack,
you're
I'm
having
not
a good faith
buying that.
conversation.
I'm not buying that. You're just
not
trying to
taking
control the
aside
narrative,
or
and I'm not
make
buying it.
points without being emotionally attached to them too much. You're more
Kenny?
interested in truth than winning.
And Kenny, please recognize that your claim that I'm trying to control the truth, the narrative, your claim
Narrative.
that I know that's your view and your position, but I'm telling you that's not accurate.
Okay, repeat back to us what you just said there about it's not about debating, it's about discussing. But what is the difference exactly?
Thank you. Manners, in my opinion, right? Debate by structure has an order, and in that order you'll find what appears to be manners. But in polite discussions, listen to one another,
Jack,
and
Jack, I'm not taking sides. I think they're both right. I think Trexty's right and Kenny is right. It's just, I think it's more nuanced, and they both appreciate. And that is, in the course of a good faith, friendly conversation, you can have a debate. You can have a debate. It doesn't have to be an official debate. It doesn't have to be the kind of debate where your honor is at stake. But you're making an argument. You're both coming from different perspectives. It doesn't have to be fraught and full of tension, Jack.
Right.
Jack, can I add
but
something?
when we're arguing over the format and, trying to impose debate styles, when, as Trexty said, I joined a conversation on my friend's channel. She knows I'm not looking for debates. And she was trying to have a conversation is what it was, but you wanted to insist on how it was done. You wanted to control the way the narrative came out, Kenny.
That was you, Jack. That's why you keep putting me backstage. I already told you at the beginning of the show that I wanted to first finish my conversation with Zillzone regarding the Ice Tea petitions. Then I said to Trexty, I'll get back to you after that.
I know.
Jack,
wanted it your way.
Can I add that expected outcome is
She
often
wanted
the
to get her
difference.
way as well. So what's your point? She wanted to get her way. I wanted to get my way.
Kenny, Carl pointed it out earlier. I'm not fighting you for supremacy. I do have authority here by being the host. Okay. So my way is, if you and I are going to have a disagreement, guess who's going to win, at least for the time being? Okay.
No, you're not going to win. You can put me backstage, but you're not going to win against me, Jack.
Well, the thing is,
you can mute me and put me backstage. That's not winning. That's being a coward and it's been weak. Go ahead and put me backstage. Go.
I don't want
if that makes you feel.
I want you to understand the points. I muted you just now because I'm hoping you can cooperate, and then I don't have to throw you back.
Okay? Cooperate? Oh, submit and agree to your way.
Hey, Jack, can D&W lend a hand?
Why not just admit that you wanted to give Trexty special treatment because she's a woman and you're simping for her?
Actually, whoa.
If you're going to apply the rules, apply them equally.
Whoa. I want to discuss what you just said. Your accusation and claim that I wanted to give special preference to a friend, a female. So, Kenny, do you realize that when equality is
a female?
Do you realize when equality is imposed upon the privileged, they feel harmed? You've been quite privileged with your sexism. Okay, you're not quite as rude and profane, insulting as some of the others have been, but you've got a pattern of really speaking down to women from what I've witnessed. Am I wrong?
Bullshit.
Okay.
Absolute bullshit.
And where?
How am I privileged exactly? Because I'm a male. You're just proving yourself as an emasculated white knight beat a male cuck.
Okay.
Not to me, he hasn't.
You can be kind of overbearing, Kenny. I don't feel offended by you in terms of as a female, but you can be. That was what I was saying.
That's when I'm being attacked, and I'll push back.
I know.
Because I'll never let people manipulate me into believing that I'm guilty when I'm not guilty.
But there's a right way to push back.
Kenny, D&W does a similar sort of thing for Chippy, doesn't he?
And succeed in controlling me, ever. You can put me backstage, you can knock me off the show, but you're not going to control me and change me. I promise.
Well,
that's the hell I'll die on.
Can you help out here? Because you do a similar sort of thing on your show for Chippy, and yet you can obviously relate with Jack, right? He's doing a similar sort of thing here, and Kenny's not giving him that leeway. And where on your show you tell us all the same thing for Chippy, Jack is just doing the same thing here. He's not doing anything different that you would do, would he, D&W?
Let's also try to remember what my purpose is. I want to help those who want to change. But Kenny, if you think you've got it all figured out, please go somewhere else. Okay. You don't need me.
Okay, mate. I'll do that. Do you want me to leave? Because I'm not going to agree with you when you're telling me to behave in a certain way. If you want me to go now, tell it now, and I'll stay away and I'll not come back. It's that simple.
Jack, before you
lay your card, no, D&W, let Jack lay his cards on the table now.
Actually,
think about the band. Think about the band.
No, go, Jack.
Jenny,
Say it.
What I've asked you for, you don't want to share with me. I asked you for cooperation. And you started creating.
That's code for agreement.
Fine.
And do things your way.
Kenny, my way in the context of what I'm asking you to cooperate with would be a lot more fun and of value for other people. I've entertained the interruptions and the chaos.
If I may.
Right. In the context of what happened yesterday, your way is to just allow a woman willy-nilly to interrupt the conversation between me and Zilzone just
Why
because
do you
she's
keep
a woman.
highlighting a woman? No,
She felt so
You're the only
entitled
one
and
doing that.
narcissistic
Yeah, but
to
no one
just
else is
jump
saying
in
the
and
woman.
demand to
I'll shut
answer
up
her
now.
questions. Carl, be quiet just now. She felt so entitled because she's a woman that I just start answering her questions all of a sudden, and I don't get to finish what I was saying to Zilzone, and that's what you wanted me to agree to over my dead body forever. Never.
See, I have to say, I'm sorry for lighting the fuse tonight to this, but maybe it needed to happen. Maybe it was a boil that needed to be lanced.
That's my stance, Jack. If you didn't like it, tell me to get off your show and I'll never come back, I promise.
Jack, you see, what I think is, I think people were taking Kenny too literally, but maybe I'm wrong, because maybe he meant what he said. When he said this is a debate, or we are debating here, I think they're being pedantic. Like, it's just a descriptor he's using to show it's two individuals having a back and forth, trying to argue points from different perspectives. They're not claiming that they're standing at the, Oxford Student Union with all these rules and regulations on what you can and cannot say. It's not, I don't think he was claiming it was an official debate. He was just using it as a descriptor for, for the discussion. So they're actually saying the same thing, both of them. But it's just, I think there was a bit of a pedantic take from some people on the other side. I'm not saying
what Trixie's doing there now, playing the innocent, that's just total gaslighting and manipulation. She's such a toxic individual. It's unbelievable. Yeah? I've got the video on my YouTube channel, the latest video on the Kenny Given show. Go and watch it. You're interrupting all the time. She's one of the most toxic.
I've heard enough of you, Kenny. Selfie of Kenny, thank you to Red 40, the contribution. Kenny asked me a question and he never really showed any interest in my answer. You know what? Do what the fuck you want.
Hey Jack, am I okay to say something to Emily at all? Because I'm struggling feeling for Emily. Emily, do you mind if I say something to you, babe?
Sure, go ahead.
Look, you, my lovely, you're so much more stronger than I am. And I only pretend to be this strong. I truly do. Everybody gets it. Even Dirty sometimes says you're full of shit, Carl. You just pretend, and that's true. But at least you have the courage to go ahead, where I don't. That's why I'm in here trying to make a prat of myself almost every week, trying to get noticed. Some of us, like yourself, we do have difficulty communicating, and that's true. And people like the two people in the panel, other than me, because I'm a twat, they take a chance on people like us. You don't deserve half the shit I deserve. And so that's why I feel from you. But I don't feel from it from a point of them being some sort of enemy. And I know you're not seeing it. And nobody's presented it like that. And I agree with Jack. No one has presented it like that. But I get it, baby. You're not an enemy. I don't think they see you as that. But it can come across like that. Well, it comes from me anyway. I won't speak for you. I get it. Sometimes you feel like the enemy. And if that's what's making you upset, you're not. Just you've become the focus of something that and then the rest of us piled on the pressure, being white knights as we are, we do that. And it makes things intense. Now, I could be talking crap. I just tell you that sometimes I've been on the other side and I've been in their shoes and I wish I didn't say anything. And who knows, Imperius probably didn't mean half the things he said. I didn't even hear it, but obviously it caused a lot of great upset in you. I want to tell you, babe, I think you're wonderful for me, but you're always not going to be everybody's cup of tea. And I'm a prime example of that. But thank you for being you for me personally, because individuals like you and Jack and Dirty, you listen to individuals like me, and I appreciate you. So from my heart anyway, I love you, babe. And you've been a great inspiration in my life. So hopefully that helps.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, genuinely your contributions, your support. Thank you for sharing your light and your compassion. Seriously, there we go. That's a perfect one. Love you, Emily. Okay.
You too. Appreciate it.
I do feel like maybe it's time to start dwindling down. Anything pressing, pulling on the heartstrings before we do?
I would like to let Emily have the last say, since it's been the thing with you, Jack, so I'll get out of here. I don't mind getting up first. You guys don't mind? I just want to say thank you guys for letting me be a part of this tonight. I've had a lot of interaction with lots of different people recently that haven't been the most positive, but it doesn't mean it has to be the most negative, and I'm always willing to turn up and listen to people. And tonight it's been really eye-opening for me to see that it hasn't all been about me tonight. It's been about other people, and I can be there for others. So thank you all for letting me have the opportunity, and I appreciate you all.
All right. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you. Either way.
I think I'll head out. I appreciate
Sure.
everybody. Sorry for the awkwardness. Just wanted to brave up and do something about it and see what happened. So take care.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad
Me
you did.
too.
Thank you.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
for the support with that dirty low life, and Emily, thank you for trusting.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right. Blessings to you. Dirty low life. You've got characters in the backstory.
What to say, brother? You tread a difficult path. You said, what's pulling on the heart? And I suddenly realized I've been pulled in every direction on this panel. And yeah, it makes me go nowhere. I've not got a lot to say, mate. But yeah, passing my love on to everyone. I recognize that there's a lot. No, I do have one point. I've spent most of my life feeling unheard. And now that I've started to hear myself, I recognize everyone around me feels very unheard. And when they feel unheard, they lash out in ways that just aren't appropriate for what? For healthy human conversation and interaction and emotional sharing. That's what I have to say. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, chat. I love the chat. The chat gives me so much nuggets of gold and inspiration. And yeah, there's some mess here. It's wonderful. Take care.
Thank you. DNW, you there? I know you've been dropping in and out.
Yeah, no, I'm here, brother. I mean, do you want to bring Mariah on? If that's them, do you want me to hang around, or you want to go solo for that?
It's up to you, Mariah. You're here. Your mic is muted, but
yeah, why don't you let her talk and not be a sexist, Jack?
Okay,
Hey,
she's
Jack.
been given the opportunity. Please.
No, Jack.
Please go ahead.
Well, can he come up too? I don't think it's right that Emily should be able to dictate what I feel and what I think.
Okay. Well, please. What do you want to correct the record? Do you want?
Yeah, she said she was offended for me, like I was in the wrong for the way that him and I joke back and forth.
Okay. And that's
right, but this would have been nice to address to her if you would have allowed me to come up earlier.
okay. And I'm not sure if you saw, if you go back, I did bring you up on the panel. I invited you several times to speak. I'm sorry it wasn't at the time or in the timing maybe that you wanted. I'm again offering you the space. I brought up Imperious, but I understood you wanted.
Yeah, let him come back. Right, but he should be able to come back and rebuttal as well.
Okay.
I mean,
but if I bring him up, he already showed he wasn't going to let you speak. I was going to have to listen to him first. And I wanted to give you a fair chance because it seemed like you didn't get a chance to get heard earlier. Is there?
Yeah, I just don't think that it was right that she came up and just made all these wild accusations, and then she wants to dictate how people should feel. I mean, if it's about her, she can speak for herself, but not for me.
All right. So how many wild accusations were there besides
Well,
just
that's not towards me. That's towards Imperious. He should be able to respond to that.
Okay.
I'm responding to what was said about me.
And so I actually understood what she was trying to point out with Imperious. So what would you suggest is a better approach
let them talk?
Oh, continue to allow them to insult and degrade and objectify you, talking insults and really inappropriate about you?
That would
I mean, you
be
might find it
for
funny.
them, the both of them.
Right,
But
right.
for,
Well,
excuse me,
uh-huh.
what
Go
him and
ahead.
I talk back and forth about, that's between him and I. I should be the one that should be offended.
Okay,
If I
great.
was
You
offended,
corrected the
but I was
record.
not.
Great. And
Okay.
that's fine. So you've corrected the record, and I don't disagree. Maybe Emily spoke out of line and said that maybe you should have been offended when no, because of your personal relationship with Imperius, no, you shouldn't be offended. So I agree with you, okay?
Right, but you asked me what
you
you
also,
should do between Emily and Imperius. Let them talk it out.
but they're not. Imperius
How do
is
you know if you don't give them a
arguing.
chance?
Oh, I haven't given Imperius a chance to speak?
To Emily?
Are
No,
you
you booted
kidding
him right
me?
off.
I booted Imperius right off.
Just like you did a moment ago when he came up.
Mariah, there's a question I've been wondering, and I'll bring Imperius up. He's probably got an answer for this. Is someone who exaggerates, are you honest if you exaggerate? Can you exaggerate and be honest? That's kind of the question. Because I think you're exaggerating, Mariah.
How am I exaggerating?
You're exaggerating that maybe you're minimizing. You say that right away Imperius was cut off and thrown out, but I know for a fact on much of my live streams Imperius has taken over the floor recently.
I was speaking on today.
So today he didn't speak on my live stream long enough to defend his past actions against a woman who said, hey dude, your past actions were pretty inappropriate to me. So I should have allowed him more time to argue against someone who was politely trying to address his behavior. That doesn't make sense.
Was he allowed time to respond to it, though? Was that ever brought to his attention before? I'm not him. These are questions for him. I'm speaking on what was said about me.
Yep. And do we need to cover anything more with you? What would you like?
That's what I came up to tell you.
Okay. All right. So do I owe an apology, according to you, for what someone else?
I'm not coming up for an apology. I came up to speak to Emily, which I wasn't allowed to come up and do.
Well, again,
I was backstage
please go back and be accurate. You were brought up. I mentioned this previously. The evidence is available. Please don't focus on your victim status so that we can try and find a resolution. Please?
How am I trying to get victim status? Am I up here crying and then turning it off like Emily did?
Wow, dude.
I know.
I don't know what, tell you what, I don't know what you're doing. What more may I offer?
Jack, there are some doubters here. Some people are.
You just dropped away. And, you know, actually, this is true. He said he doesn't give a fuck about Emily not wanting him. He doesn't give a fuck about what someone told him, that, hey, this is not right. I don't appreciate it. So what is the defense there?
Do you want me to speak for him? Because I won't.
You don't want to guess? I mean, you've been defensive of him. Tell you what.
Yeah, you little bitch. You talk to her like that in real life, I'll knock you the fuck out, dude.
Oh,
Shut up, bitch. I would knock your fucking head in, dude. Yeah, I would, you little coward bitch. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, shut up, bitch. Shut up. Yeah, dude, you get your teeth knocked in, you fucking faggot. You talk to a woman like that, you talk to someone's chick like that, you get fucked up, dude. You don't, you've never had a girl, dude. You get fucked up, bro. Yeah, you would get fucked up if you were in, like, go down to LA or Chicago or New York and talk to a dude's chick like that. You
I
won't
don't
leave.
need to.
Exactly. Then don't.
I've got a little bitch like you right here, Imperious. Don't you get it? Don't you get it, bitch boy? I got you
Bitch,
right here. I can play the games too, my brother. I love you, but grow up. Imperious, you're a better man than this. As soon as you choose to be, you can, stupid wrenches, man. I have to consider that because he's showing that I can't really trust him. It's fascinating. Tell you what, Kenny, what's going on here now? Forgot where
What's
I
up?
left things with you. Are we good? Do you want final words? Anything there?
Yeah, so you've got to make your decision. Do you want me to come back on your show or do you not?
Oh, I
Everything I
told you.
said before still stands. I'm not going to tolerate a woman just expecting me to stop
Yeah, I
talking to
know.
a man and answer her because she's a woman. I'm not
Tell you
going to do
what.
that.
Oh, I know. You can do whatever the fuck you want. And if you're not willing to cooperate with me, well, I'll kick your ass out of here. We'll try again next time. Eventually, you'll learn respect and some cooperation or peace. I don't need it. Okay. Thank you, Kenny. I appreciate you. I hope you consider what I'm saying. Andy, Jack, you're honestly a flimsy wimp for bringing Imperious back on panel. Shame on you. Damn. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. But, I guess how many times do I need to invite people up to just piss on my parade, to insult me? I'm going to wrap it up. I do mean no offense. I mean no harm to anyone here. As a matter of fact, my true purpose, if people would accept it, I want to remind you, and if anything, convince you to believe that you are here for more. You are here for more than just arguing with me or arguing with others or arguing with yourself. You're here for so much more. If you stop arguing, good Lord, if you just stop arguing, you got a lot more time. You got time to learn. You got time to read. You got time to create. You got time to explore. You got time to pray. You got time to massage. You got time to meditate. You got time to contemplate. You got time to do whatever you want. When you stop arguing and when you stop fighting. Because, brothers and sisters, the reality is we live in a real life fantasy. Where is your dream? Are you giving your power away? Are you letting these cartoon characters tell you what you can and cannot do? The cartoon characters and the voices in your head, the ones that interrupt your conversations with others, the ones that keep you spinning your wheels in the past? I dealt with those voices and those demons in the past. Kenny, brother, you got to learn, man. Disrespecting me does not earn favors. People think that's what I want, but no, buddy. That ain't it. Kindness and reasoning is the path for me. But you know what? A little shout out. Go ahead. Subscribe to Kenny Givens if you haven't. Subscribe to anybody. You know what? Share some love. I'm going to wrap up. Have some fun tonight. And if you get a chance, check out the thumbnail. I might repost it because I think it's pretty amazing. Where was I? I'm going to wrap up from here. The real life fantasy of role playing. Identify the role you are playing in your life. The only way, right? The path of freedom is through the path of judgment. You must be honest and judge yourself honestly, compassionately, with the truth. Become authentic. That's what the path is for. You're here to become authentic and honest. Make believe you can until you do. I'm going to wrap up. Stop there. Thank you again. Till next time. Choose love, peace for everyone. Walk with faith and live without fear. God bless and thank you to all of the guests. My love is real. Oh. Whoa, what's going on there, man?